To episode 8 of Sins of the Mother, our Paizo Adventure Path actual play of the Dawn of Flame Adventure Path. Yeah, there's all the words that I was looking for. So many titles, so many things, so many people.
Words are hard
Words
sometimes.
are hard. Most of the time, really, I feel like. But
That's true.
today we are joined with me, Austin, your GM, your DM. I think currently my name in Discord is Boss. Trying to switch that up every time. I think last time it was God.
I was going to ask why you changed that.
Then we got because I'm not Walkruden tonight. Then I got Brendan here. I got Justin. I got Dylan.
What up,
I got
bro?
Dalton, and
Nope.
Brendan's wife Sarah is a guest person right now. She works on her camera.
He'll be playing the role of Death tonight.
The role of
Dun
Death.
dun dun.
Yeah. So for tonight's banter, well,
So,
Oh shit! Sorry.
wow.
Closing stuff on my phone. I was closing stuff on my phone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That could have been worse.
I was making sure all of this was closed.
Imagine. Yeah, that could have been a lot that funny. I thought
We should have played the little like before the movie thing. It's like, hey, everybody, silence your phones.
That's true. I should have. We do need like an intro to play to really, get all the people in here so that everyone has time to catch the beginning of the stream. But that's what the banner's for. Not everyone needs to hear the banner. I want to throw just for not a whole recap, but just to let everyone know that currently in our Starfinder game, we are on round 4, the top of round 4 of a combat that started with a let's go get myself put in jail situation, and then kind of everyone in the whole base, quote unquote, woke up. And Foundry has now listed this combat's difficulty as greater than epic. So
I will reiterate, we were in the middle of making the goddamn plan, and the robot decided to just start doing it. We didn't have it fully fleshed yet.
You had the first part, though. You knew that it needed to be a bomb. He was going to be a bomb, but that's what makes.
We are now dealing with this.
That's what makes for good content.
I remember hyping up the robot to do said thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all on video. Everyone can give their opinion on what really happened. There's no hiding the true intentions. I mean, maybe the true intentions, but there's no hiding the obvious ones. But
no, I've been playing around with switching out my voice for a bot just to kind of practice. So you can't ever really tell if it's me.
Okay, I like it.
Just in case.
But the difficulty being greater than epic made me think, what is your all's favorite fictional combat or fight or war or, scene from a movie, book, video game? Like, what is your guys' favorite? I'm going to just say combats to be overarching. Was it the Lord of the Rings, the Five Kings or whatever? Is it the super dark episode of Game of Thrones that no one could see? Is it Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul? Like, what is your guys' favorite combat? Something from a book,
movies,
TV shows, books, whatever it is. What is your highest ranking fictional combat from media?
I have one.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Is everybody else ready?
Yeah, I need a minute to think.
All right. The most hype I've ever been in a scene while watching a movie is when the Dutchman comes out of the ocean and they turn around and they blow the fuck out of the interceptor or whatever that the East India Company ship is. It's like the Black Pearl and the Flying Dutchman like team up because Will became the new guardian of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
Like that is peak cinema right there.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
Like it holds up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would watch those movies again in a heartbeat.
Nicholas said, "Was it the Chronicles of Narnia when all of the arrows went?"
No, that's our mom's favorite moment in a movie.
That's pretty good.
No, but no, I think it's got to be that. I have wanted to ever since I watched that movie play something similar in a role-playing game, but we just haven't been in the right pirate-themed adventure where we had an extremely powerful magical boat that we could summon on command. So,
Brendan, future projects, I got you.
There you go.
We're gonna
I'll
play
start
Pirates of
working.
the Caribbean TTRPG. Okay. Anyone else?
I
I have one,
think
but I
my,
will
I
let,
think
let you go.
okay. I think mine is probably the Anakin Obi-Wan
Mm.
lightsaber
It's
battle.
hard. It's hard to beat. It's a hard to beat one. The soundtrack, really, that's one of those ones that's like you hear it and you know it. You know,
Mm-hmm. Iconic.
that's good.
Mine would be just because I'm biased. I like Fallout. From the Fallout TV show, there was one scene in particular where the ghoul was doing his dialogue stuff, and then he was talking about the old T-45 power armor and how there was a flaw in the design, and then he shot one bullet and took one of them down in one hit, and then that started a whole fight. And just seeing that alone was insane because seeing those absolutely armored tanks taken down in one hit was like whoa, what? So that was pretty impactful.
It's good. Sarah, you could just share your one. You don't have to type it in chat. That's a good one. Sarah said the baseball scene from Twilight.
Hell yeah. A
It is
classic.
iconic.
Iconic.
And one we could reenact in Vampire the Masquerade the next time we play.
I can't get my white mic to work now. I hate myself. Oh. Rip. I feel like mine has to be obvious, but I'm really, really torn
Mhm.
because I basically shed tears of pure joy both times in both of these cases, but I don't
Endgame.
know. It's Endgame. Everyone
Or
coming out of
Deadpool and
portals.
Wolverine.
No, that is good though.
Okay.
Portal scene
Mm-hmm.
when everyone's coming out and then that they
Force.
fight. I can remember watching that in theaters and feeling like it was so good that it was going to be like a cliffhanger, like it was just going to end there. It felt too good to
Yeah,
be true, and I don't remember ever feeling that way before. But
that's fair.
so unbelievably hyped had to be when Thor showed up in Wakanda and in Infinity War too, when he comes down and just saves the day.
Oh,
Like that is just so good too. So I'm really
copied my
torn.
beard.
I think, yeah, exactly. I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers. I feel like I'm really torn. I probably lean slightly towards Endgame because it's just like the culmination of my entire life up to that point led me to that moment. But
And you
Thor
finally
coming,
got
I
the
think that was a
Avengers
better.
assemble.
Yeah, that was an overall better battle scene. I think Thor coming down was like the best moment, like singular
Yeah.
moment. But I think the fight scene in Endgame was better. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Man, watching those crowd reaction videos can still like give me chills to this day because it's just so perfect.
I am really torn on mine.
Yeah.
Because I have one that's like a staple for me,
Mhm.
and there's one that's pretty much another pillar of action scenes. It's the scene in Troy between Hector and Achilles.
So
Yeah.
when he
Build
jumps
up
with the
to that
spear and
fight is
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's like near the beginning of the movie, right?
it's like the middle.
Middle of the movie.
Yeah. So he does some similar moves
Yeah.
at the beginning with another
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
guy, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
over in like 5 seconds, whereas the fight with Hector lasts a little longer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he kills his cousin, and there's this whole thing where he's screaming at the castle the whole time,
Yeah.
and he's the other prince is saying goodbye to his whole family because he knows he's gonna die. And then the fight itself, the choreography and everything is
Top
superb.
tier.
Very
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
tier.
And it's fucking Brad Pitt. So,
Yeah.
but that's all that being said, the Daredevil hallway fights are always gonna be my favorite
The
pieces of
original
violence.
Daredevil hallway oneer. It's hard to beat.
Mhm. It really is.
I hope
I
they do
will
some
add
sort of recreation of
as
that.
a slight bonus. I will add any boss fight from God of War.
Honorable mention. Yeah.
Good one.
My I know I already chose two, and an honorable mention like a 1v1 would have to be Ahsoka versus Darth Maul at the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of peak choreography, animation, story, culmination. Like
Cinematography.
yeah, it's hard to beat
Yeah.
that too. Nicholas Save gave quite an answer here, but I'm going to read it out loud. If we're allowing anime, so I don't know. I would have to submit Mirko fighting Hai and Anomus in My Hero Academia, or Naruto being summoned to the Hidden Leaf Village during the Pain arc. If we aren't allowing
Oh.
anime, then probably the battle for Helm's Deep when Gandalf shows up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
truly,
that's a good one too.
there's just a lot of
Or
good
fight on the
ones.
seventh day.
So, well, good. So my hope is that one day, maybe in the future, you'll say, even if it's an honorable mention, one of the Starfinder combats or a Pathfinder combat. That's just like, I remember being so damn good that it's just like iconic. But until then, we will
I
continue
definitely
to play our
enjoyed
game.
last Starfinder game. Like the final battle for that. That was
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah,
a
our
very
first campaign.
very fun game.
That was iconic.
Yeah, I do
I feel
remember
like
the stages of that.
the amount of planning that we went into that did feel like it kind of paid off there.
Yeah.
Like it was good, setting up all the traps and stuff and luring them in and taking way, 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 way longer to set everything up than Brendan anticipated, as we always do. All right. Well, who wants to give a brief recap from what happened in our game last session? I have the notes pulled up so I can read from them. I was reading from them earlier during work to Brendan and was crying laughing in the way that they were written, at least how I was hearing them in my head, because I thought it was very funny. But does anyone want to give a brief recap of what we did last time? Okay, I will give it. No worries. Last week was session 7. I'm going to read these notes basically just verbatim, but just remember that it was Brendan, aka Hyperion, that wrote them because it's very funny to me. 30 minutes in, no combat. Police station turned into militia checkpoint. Hyperion has turned himself in. I am a bomb. It appears that Zeb isn't here. Harebrained scheme to have a second set of prisoners break into checkpoint leads to everyone being caught in the act. I break out of my cell, inadvertently release deadly prisoner. Sheriff Skittermander shows up. We're engaged in 3 different battles. I take half my total hit points in 1 hit. Hyperion goes red. Critical crits men. The prisoners eventually make their way inside. Oh, I just love it. Harebrained scheme to second set of prisoners break into checkpoint leads to everyone being caught. Break out of my cell, inadvertently releasing deadly prisoner. So, yeah, that's basically where we're at. Hyperion.
Let me just say that was not expected. Oh,
That was good. No, it's you haven't. None of you have died yet. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to get this set up. I set up a perfect potluck, which is a way to ask people what they're bringing to a dinner. But I set it up for our role-playing games, so everybody can go on there and tell us what they want to GM if they feel comfortable GMing something.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll have more variety for you guys out there in the streams. Post now if there's something that you want to see us in.
Yeah. Nicholas and Brendan and Soda. It's Soda. That's Bob's friend. Dylan, I know you have that giant book. Think about doing a short thing out of that. I know you've talked about it.
Yeah, but the thing about owning a giant book is it takes forever to read through it.
Well, you don't have to do like is it an adventure or is it just like a supplement book? I don't remember the one.
It's a full adventure.
Okay. We just
And
do
I
it at the
believe
start
it's
of
for
it.
D&D last time I checked.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to post another one in there for Marvel Multiverse too. I know I already have one in there for 2E, but I think game variety and GMing variety is fine. Like as long as you have something ready and then people have characters made for whatever some things they'd be willing to play, then maybe we'll get an occasional couple people in a Monday night game, or when people can't make it on Wednesdays and we could try a Wednesday night thing and just stuff like that. So
yeah, the way I envision it working out is we have some people throw out some ideas of games they'd like to run, and then if those games sound interesting to you, we can group everybody up in the Discord per game, make characters, and just be ready to run it. Anytime that we got free time, or if one of these games takes a break or anything like that, we've got space to kind of fill it in. Or we just play extra games. We just play 10 hours on a Saturday because Austin really wants to do that. That's the face of somebody that really wants to do that.
Yep. Nope. That's it. Depends on what we're playing for 10 hours,
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals? I'm kidding. Okay.
Oh. All right, but anyways, back to the game that we're currently playing.
Yeah.
Is it Ace's turn? Is that where
It
we
is.
left
We
off?
are at the top of the round. Does anyone have any questions about what happened last week? Anything else they would like to bring up before we get started here? Don't forget, we know Brendan's got a bunch of multiples of him. Brendan, there's a wisp that you can control on Mims.
That's right. I forgot
There's
about
this
that.
combat going on up here at the top in this room. That's you don't really know what's going on there, because you don't know who's up there, what's going on. Ace and Sunny are just making their way inside, and Sid Moore is already inside. So it's kind of where we're at. But yeah, if everyone's ready to go, we'll jump into it. Ace, it is your turn.
Ace, plays the helpful hardware, folks.
Was I don't believe I was restrained. It was just this dude kind of pushing me towards the door, right?
Yeah, no. He did try to grapple you, but I think you gave up when he tried to he tried to fight back and you tried to fight back. So yeah, you guys are just walking to the door. So yeah, you're not. But these guys are just starting to figure out what's going on. Like this guy in here, I don't think has shot anyone or done anything yet, and this guy really just hears a commotion but doesn't exactly know what's going on either. Not that that needs to influence your decision about what you're going to do here, but just so that you have an idea of what's going on. So
yeah. Could we say, would it be like the combat maneuver if I were to like grab this dude, spin to like basically switch sides with him, get inside and then lock the door, lock him out? Because like if we can eliminate one person for now, it might help us out.
I think there is the equivalent. What is it? When you like have to like move through an enemy square, it's called something.
Tumble?
Oh yeah, tumble.
Tumble?
I think
So
it's
there
tumble.
should be there should be a tumble maneuver.
Tumble, that's what it is.
Let me look for it in the quick reference. It's an acrobatics skill.
It's acrobatics check.
Okay.
So you're looking at
It's really hard to do in Starfinder.
slightly. Let's see.
If you're looking to tumble through somebody's square. Oh, Nicholas looked it up. It's called tumble.
Guys looked it up. It's tumble. Yeah, I'm reading it now. I'm just trying to figure out the DC.
Usually set by the GM.
Well, yes, but there's usually it.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Austin's feeling generous and is gonna say a DC 5.
It's definitely not going to be
DC
DC
5, I heard. I heard DC 5.
If you're tumbling directly through an opponent's square, it's 20 plus 1.5 times their CR.
Jesus.
So probably 25-ish.
You could also, like, move down to here, and then just move diagonally into, like, move around him.
Oh, okay.
Technically, you're not supposed to move diagonally through doorways. Although that looks like a double wide door, which would mean I think you could just go straight inside.
So I could go
You're right.
here
Yeah,
and
it is
then
like it is a
here.
double wide door. Yep. So you can just do that. Yeah, that's my bad. I should have looked at that better, or put two doors there, I guess.
I mean,
Live and learn.
it kind
It is a double wide door, you're right.
Yeah.
So,
It's just not
no need.
super.
You just walk.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think. I think it's. I picture it like an automatic door, like a Walmart. You know. So I don't know if there's an easy way. It's not like a lock that you can just twist a key and lock it. So if you want to
I
lock
thought the door was opened, isn't? Oh, okay.
It's open.
Yeah.
it's
Lock it
yeah,
on the
it's
inside.
yeah. But I don't think that it's like easy to lock necessarily from this side without like the key card that they've been using. Because like that's because it was locked earlier. That's why you guys needed them to get in. But it's like a a key card type lock, double wide door. So you could try to lock it. It would probably just be a computers or an engineering check, and I don't know if that is Ace's forte necessarily.
Let me see. Quick. Engineering.
It also might take more time than we have in
Yeah.
That's
Okay. It might be something that someone else can do. But yeah, I'll go here. And. Wait.
Hyperion would probably be able to see on those computer screens in front of him and potentially do something there.
Okay.
at these, if that was something you guys wanted to use time on. But
Okay. And remind me, are we able to shoot in point blank like this? Like, or is that like an opportunity attack?
if you are
It's
using
been
a
a
ranged
minute.
weapon within melee range, it would have an attack of opportunity to be
Okay.
able to hit you. But he has a rifle
If he has a melee weapon.
out. Yeah, he doesn't
Oh,
have a
he
melee
does?
weapon out,
Okay.
so
Okay.
you would probably know that
Then-
he's probably not going to be able to do anything to you unless he's got some
Okay.
sort of secret ability.
Then I'll. Okay. I'll go ahead and raise my reaction cannon. And just take a shot.
Okay.
That's plus.
Oh god.
Sorry,
2 on that.
sorry. I
Just
was
control
playing
Z,
with
I think.
stuff.
I think you can just control Z and it'll go away.
There we go.
I don't ever remember how to delete in map tools either, so I just control Z things. I think you hold shift.
16.
A 16 against this fellow right here will be a hit.
Cool. And that's a D10. There you go.
And what kind of damage is this?
It is piercing.
Okay.
Ooh. 10 damage, max damage.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him, and he looks. That was a hard hit. I imagine there's like a large hole through his chest at this point. He is not looking great.
And you had just
And then, did anyone? I'm assuming one of these guards picked up or like has the frag grenade that I held out. Which one was it? Was it this guy or this guy?
That is an excellent question. I think it was the guy that you just shot as the only one that actually came up to you. The other guy
Okay.
was the guy that's out here, that's outside, and he was the one that was
Okay.
just like aiming at you. But this is the only guy that like came up to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is he holding the frag grenade like this with the pin facing?
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna
So, yeah.
I was gonna ask if it's something that, if it gets around to my next turn, if I would be able to make a check to try and get it back from him.
Yeah, it would be
But I
probably.
fi-
I
I
think it's
figured
like
that
a
would probably be.
I think it's a
the
grapple
turn.
check to try to take something from someone that is alive.
Gotcha.
But if you were to say kill him first, and then pick it up, it would just be an action after that. You wouldn't be able to do both of them
Cool.
in a turn. But okay, so that's your it. That's your round. That's your turn.
User.
Okay, we are moving on to this guy that is way out here. So he probably heard a little bit of the commotion going on, but he didn't know exactly what was happening. He definitely does now. So he is going to start moving this way. And I don't remember. I think I can take a full round action and double move, right? Like that's a thing. Actually, I don't need to though. So he's gonna get up to here and probably see this guy, like struggling. Like you just blasted him in the chest, and this door is open here. So he is going to level his rifle and take a shot at you, Justin. And I'm going to physically roll. Does a, let me double check. 16 hit?
KAC.
It's going to be EAC actually in this situation.
Then yes, it does.
Okay. And he's hitting you with his azimuth laser rifle.
Ooh.
So that was going to do 1d100. Okay. That is going to do 1 point of fire damage.
1 point. Okay.
All right, guys, we gotta have a new strategy.
I need to. This is gonna roll in the chat, but it's the only way for me to. I can just start doing that, I guess, to get rid of one of the ammo so that you guys will know how much it is. Okay, and then it's gonna be his turn. So he levels his rifle at you, takes a shot, and barely hits you, gives you a little bit of a singe, but that is all. Up next is this Sunrise Collective soldier's turn. He is also, I think, Sidmore, you are still trying to convince him that all of this is okay, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I actively was. Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, he definitely doesn't care anymore what you have to say, so he's gonna turn around and yell at you and be like, "I knew it, intruders!" And he's gonna like you don't. I mean, are you holding anything right now, weapon-wise?
Whoa, now hold on now. I think I had my gun out.
Okay. Well, he's not even going to give you time. He's just yelling at you, and he turns around, and you can respond to him back on your turn. But he's gonna level his rifle and also shoot at Ace, because Ace has just shot this guy in the chest. So he is going to level his rifle at you, Justin. Actually, I'm just gonna do this here. Does a 7 hit?
No, it does not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. So he shoots and misses. He's got this hunting rifle that's maybe not super great indoors. But at that moment, I guess you had your pistol out, so there's no attack of opportunity there for you, Sidmore. So yeah, that is all. Actually, he's going to move into this corner as well to try to put his back to a wall. So hopefully he can do a little bit here. Up next is You Don't Know. You Don't Know is going to do that. I would just skip You Don't Know's turn, but it's also the other guy's turn right after that, so I need to roll this real quick. Oh, that's gonna hit. Okay. That's good for you guys.
I need to save whoever's in that fucking room.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, don't forget there's some stuff going on up north.
That's good for you guys. That means somebody in that room is working with us, attacking the dude that was attacking me.
No, that's not what it means. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No.
This is just what we're hearing.
So you guys hear this. You wouldn't really even be able to see what's going on, but you would hear, and probably really only Hyperion would hear it. The prisoner that you let loose, like, scream in pain. And then you hear like another jolt of electricity as he seemingly probably does the same thing that he did to you, where he attempts to do jolting surge. And I don't remember my hit on that. So give me 2 seconds to pull up his stat block because I did not put it in because I am a fool of a took. He has a magic. Okay, got it. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I am rolling rocks for this combat that you can't see.
There's just absolute murder happening in the other room.
Which is potentially good or really bad for you.
How good for you.
1,
Well, they're
2,
not great for us, but sorry.
3, 4. Holy shit. Let's roll triple sixes. Okay. That is okay. All right.
You done having fun with yourself, Austin?
Yep. All right. That is going to be. Actually, you hear a shock. You hear another scream. It sounds like a masculine scream. You just hear, "Rah!" And then you maybe hear footsteps in the other room. And that is going to be that guy's turn. It is now, Jesus Christ. It is now Hyperion's turn. But who is the real Hyperion?
Okay. I think that the only logical thing to do is to do musical chairs with all the Hyperions.
Sure.
I'm just going to move them all around. Do the hokey pokey.
Turn yourself around? Because that's what it's all about?
So even I don't know which one's the original one anymore.
I think it's this one.
Think so? It's weird.
So I feel like I remember you saying it was that one. But that's okay.
It's possible. I don't know.
At this point in your
and
head,
then,
you should know which one is the real one, though.
Maybe. I think. Well, I guess none of them have HP. That stinks. I wonder why none of the tokens have HP. All right. Anyways,
yeah, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna just
I don't think we've been putting the health on them.
move action. I'm gonna move the guys all around, and then as a swift action, I can attack Officer Mims again.
Okay.
My apologies, officer. If you surrender, we will deal with you fairly.
Oh, I surrender!
Uh,
I surrender! Help! Help! He's coming for me!
Oh, well, fuck.
Help! The prisoner!
Get inside and we'll see if we can close the doors.
Okay, please. Jesus.
Yes.
Who is Jesus?
Good point. Oh, I don't know
All
any
right,
of the
well,
gods in this universe.
If he's going to surrender, I guess I can attack one of the other guys that's shooting my friends.
Yeah.
The only reason I would say I sit down at the computer and start hacking it, but like I said, I think it takes too long to do it in the middle of a battle. In order to hack a system, it takes one full action per tier of the computer system I'm hacking.
I would say that's just probably going to be a round. It's going to be one full action.
But still, I would have to.
Yeah, it'd be a whole.
Sit down at the computer and then like next turn I'd
true.
have to spend my whole turn doing that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so I'm in front of the computers now. At least I will attack the gunman in the corner. I don't know
Okay.
which one this guy. You can see who I'm pointing at, right?
Yep, got it.
All right. So let's see if I remember how this works.
Sure.
What is my attack roll with this? Range attack targeting KAC. So I suppose it would be the same as anything else.
Should on. I could just look. You're looking for what your 2-hit is for your balls?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Whoa.
see.
Yeah. I think it's just +3. So that'd be a 19 to hit. Against KAC.
19 against KAC is going to be a hit.
Okay. Little razzle dazzle here.
Now, does he get... range attack against... Does it not... Do they not explode, Brennan? Have we been doing that?
They do. So it says they burst in a bright flash of light that dazzles the target and any creatures within 10 feet. You can negate the dazzle effect with a reflex saving throw.
Okay. Let's definitely do that.
So 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and the sphere explodes and dazzles them.
Okay, but they get a reflex save to negate that.
Correct. It's DC 15.
Okay. Did not get that. So this guy is now dazzled.
Yep.
Sick.
Dazzled is just -1 to attack rolls and perception
Put it in
for a round.
Okay. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
you
that
hit him
that
pretty
didn't
good.
take him down.
That did not take him down. That was the first time that guy had been hit.
Okay. The same courtesy extends to you, officers. If you surrender, we will treat you kindly and help you subdue any rampaging prisoners that may have escaped in the craziness.
What the hell are you talking about? Get back in the cell.
Oops. All right, it's Sunny's turn.
All right, Sonny, you are up. So you've got all
Okay.
sorts of gunshots and spheres and screaming and surrendering and all sorts of shit going on around you. What are you thinking?
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing a commotion farther in, so I'm gonna keep moving through.
Okay.
To see if I can. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm not used to Foundry. I guess I'm gonna move. Can I move
You click on your
there?
character, you can do arrow keys.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
fine.
That's what
Cool.
they always make fun of Matthew for doing in the live shows because he just makes his character just like
Just moves them
roll.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty fun. There
Let's see.
should
I'm
be-
gonna
there's some
move
way to, like,
in.
move them and like count the space too. It's like you hold control or yeah, hold control when you're moving, you can see how
Mhm.
far things will take too.
Okay, I kind of just want to move to right there because here I can see now where the officer is going up against. Did we learn this guy's name or anything? This dragonoid
Commander?
looking. No, the guy north of him.
Oh, I don't think that you
We
know
don't know
his
who he
name.
is.
I don't know him at all. Okay.
He just started attacking me when I opened his cell door.
Red asshole.
Yeah, you really don't know much about him at all, other than he's attacking people. And maybe whatever Hyperion was briefly able to mention over comms.
It's safe to assume he's probably insane.
But I did hear that he did a shocking grasp of some sort or something like that.
Yep. Surge.
So, with that being known, I'm going to pack my rifle with an inhibitor
Okay.
and fire at the prisoner.
Okay. Might be kind of a tough shot going through a doorway diagonally with Mims being
Mhm.
there, so you're probably going to get a little bit of a penalty. But yeah, you could certainly attempt to take that shot.
Yeah, I kind of want to get to him before we lose the officer because it seems like things are dire,
Sure.
and that's the priority, life and all.
Dire. Oh.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
Against that'd be KAC, right?
No, EAC because it's Sonic.
Yep, that's a hit.
Perfect. Okay. Well then it will do. First it will do the damage. Max damage got 8 points of. No, 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the inhibitor that I put in restricted the magical pathways of the target's body, making spellcasting more difficult. It reduces the caster's level and saving throw DCs of spells and spell-like abilities that the creature casts by 1, and the creature takes a penalty equal to 1 per damage die when rolling damage dealt by its spells and spell-like abilities. This is a long one. For the duration of the inhibitor's effect, which is 7 rounds, spells and spell-like abilities that normally have a casting time of 1 standard action instead gain a casting time of 1 round, and spell-like abilities and the such that normally have 1 round are now 2 rounds.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
This is
keep-
kind of what Sunny
yeah.
specializes in.
Yeah,
is
so-
his ass down.
standards.
Keep that text up because when it gets back to him, I will be asking again.
It's pretty much just -1 to a bunch of stuff,
Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay. All right.
including time.
That'll be your turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next up is the soldier that got his shit pushed in just a second ago. He's going to go, ah, God damn it. And he's just going to look at the rifle and he's just going to point his rifle at you, Justin, and go for a shot here. So. Does a 8 against KAC hit. Jesus, text.
With his knots.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna shoot. Fucking stupid thing. And he's going to look and see that if he runs in, he's gonna have to run past Ace, and he'd run into Sidwar, and he's just like, good luck in there. And he turns and he runs to this corner. He's yelled good luck in there to the guy that was dazzled.
Yeah, he just clocked in. He's having none of it.
Yeah. It's now Honorary Officer Mim's turn. He is going to be like, okay, I'm coming in. Please don't hurt me. And he takes a step in, and he shuts the door behind him. But it doesn't seem like he locks it necessarily, but he's able to like shut it. And that's all that he could do. Takes a step, takes an action. So.
Oh, hello, officer.
So you have to help. You have to help. He's crazy. I think he killed Lieutenant Ewan. I think he killed him.
Oh,
And it is now Sidmore's turn.
Just that response. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
that's who? Oh man.
trying to play my character.
That's perfect.
That's good. That was good. All right, Sidmore, you are up. What is our
Okay.
Fox friend want to do today? Our Kitsune.
Well, I was gonna do something with that dude before he ran off. Now I can't see him.
Yeah. You could see, you could see this guy down here, and you could see this guy down here, but those are the only two real enemies that you can see now. Or you could also just attack Mims too. It's something that you guys have done in the past. So
Yeah.
Austin's throwing some shade there.
no shade. This is funny. I love it. I thought it was hilarious and perfect for so many reasons.
Okay, so
Some real shit.
I'm gonna kind of ask questions here. Would I be able
Just do
to
it. Yeah.
try to? Because I still want to try to keep up this disguise,
Sure.
even though I know it's probably a failed cause.
Yes. But you can
Could
try.
I? Because so I'm just gonna essentially tell you what I want to do. I want to try and keep up this disguise with this dude in the corner,
Okay.
and then I want to move closer to Ace to be like, oh man, I'm gonna get this criminal now, and then I'm gonna have my gun and try to make it look like I'm shooting at him, but I'm gonna shoot for the guy in the alley.
Miss and hit the guy outside. So
Yeah,
here's
and be like,
what I'll
I'm gonna get him, and then I accidentally go for the guy in the alley instead.
I will let you try whatever you want. That is going to be very difficult because there's
Yeah, I
no
know.
reason for this guy to believe you at this point. He's a little dazzled right now, so he's maybe not in his right mind. What I would say, and I hate giving ideas as the GM, but you could also just do something similar to what you've done with Mims. Hey, we won't kill you if you stop, type of thing. That might be easier. But
Okay,
you do what you
okay,
want. If
okay.
you want to try whatever, like again, you do whatever you want. But like you're probably more likely to get them to surrender than you are to make them think that you're on their side.
All right. Okay, using that, then technically over the last, because you said this was. Oh wait, did he run off? This is round 4, right?
Yeah, we're in round 4. I think
Round
you guys
4,
should be able
okay.
to see that at the top of the initiative tracker.
I think so, probably.
It's all the way up there.
You
So
are
for
the
the last
last
couple of
person
rounds-
in round 4, though. To be fair, so we're about to start round 5.
For the last couple of rounds, you've kind of noticed a sort of light start to emanate from underneath my disguised clothes,
Sure.
and
You're
at
glowing.
the top of this one, the glow emanates so much that it kind of it burns through the disguise. The disguise kind of falls off onto the floor in an ash, and I'm going to try and intimidate, maybe to try to just intimidate him into just stopping.
Okay.
I
Yeah, what are you
want
gonna
him to keep going.
Or are you just gonna glow really brightly? Or just look at him?
He says,
No.
"Shine bright like diamond."
He's like, okay, I will. Give me your God, you just love characters that glow. I get it.
I know. Yeah, you know me.
Is he sensitive?
It's gonna come in
about
handy
light?
one of these
No,
times.
but he
You
is
go into a
dazzled
warehouse,
Right now.
There's no light. Like, guys, I got you. I got the light. You don't gotta worry about it.
Been known to glow.
He says, "Okay, look, my disguise has clearly been seen through," and then kind of falls down on the ground. And he goes, "But if you want to walk away from this day, I suggest that you listen to us and put down your weapons. We didn't want to fight, but we will end it if we have to."
Okay, give me your intimidation check.
Hey yo, that is a 19 plus a 7, so 26.
Nice, yeah. He's like, okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. And he, that's how he responds. He can't do anything yet because he can't put down his weapon yet. But he at least seemed receptive to that. He's maybe rubbing his eyes too. Like he's trying to undazzle himself.
And he's rubbing his eyes like a toddler.
Yeah.
He's tired.
We just a
Tired.
boy. Okay. All right. So that was just a standard action. If you want to move, you could do that as well.
So is that's being no, I'll stay here.
Works for me. All right, we are back to the top of the turn order. It is now Ace's turn. Ace, the guy that you shot, tried to shoot it back at you, as did a couple other guys, and some of them ran away. This guy's in the corner, got blasted with some magic spheres, is dazzled. Then you heard Sidmore use his big, loud, mean, intimidating voice and intimidate him. He looks like he's pretty much given up in the corner. But the two guys outside, don't look like they've heard him or have established what's going on, so they still have rifles trained basically on you. We've got Mims, who's come inside, shut the door. You could probably hear that, maybe not quite understand what's going on in that other room. But the situation has certainly evolved over just 6 seconds of play here. So,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
do?
If I if I use my whole turn to close these doors and just jam them up, I'm sure I would still need to do some sort of a check for it, but not necessarily lock it out, but cause it to enough of a problem that these two dudes
Do
aren't
you
gonna.
think you have anything in your inventory that you could use to jam it up? Because if you wanted to shut the door and then stick a rifle in it or something, or put something other big against it or something to try to bar it, I would let you do that. Yeah. Otherwise, you might have to take more time and go grab one of these chairs or something and go put it up against it. If you have something in your inventory
Fair.
that could maybe convince me that you could use to jam a door, then I could hear you out.
I've got one of these dueling swords. I've got a couple of those that I've got from just
Picking up
Dash.
stuff. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, if
I've-
you want to, I mean, obviously, I don't think you're gonna pull out those swords. So if you just want to say that you put maybe 2 of those dueling swords into the door and
Yeah.
push the button just to close it behind you, that we could
Yeah.
get this door closed, maybe not locked, so they could potentially,
Yeah.
people could
They could
potentially
still
break
get
back
in.
out a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Um,
But enough of a problem that they're dudes inside can handle it for now. I don't get paid enough for that
Sure.
type of thing.
we'll see what they actually think. But yeah, no, I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah,
that works.
that is the hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yep. So if you want to use your whole turn doing that, I would say if you wanted to move up one space to be that side of the door, that you could if you want, but if you want to stay there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Cool. All right. In that case, it is now one of the guys outside's turn. So he is going to see you close the door. Maybe you hear some yelling and stuff outside, but you're not quite sure what's going on out there. So, but we will move to the guy inside. The guy inside is going to drop his rifle and put his hands in the air and just get down on his knees and just stand there. He's like, whatever you want me to do, I'm done. I'm done. I clearly can't win this. I don't care that much. I'm not willing to die over this. So
A lot
he's
of
just
thinking
going
can
to-
happen over 6 seconds.
That's true.
When things change that fast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Curious where it says. Okay, yeah. I was checking. There's a section in their stat blocks called morale. That kind of gives an idea of what they
nice.
would do during certain situations. I think we're good.
That's
it is
kinda cool.
now someone else's turn. I guess that you can't see because the door is barred. So you.
He just continues to play with himself.
Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Mhm.
And then you see Hyperion and Sunny, the door behind Mims, open back up. And you see the prisoner standing on the other side of the door. And that is all that he can do. It is now Hyperion's turn.
Ready. Officer, get down. And I'm going to gosh. So there's 2 different ways that we could go with this. I could try to hack the computers and see if I could just shut down the doors, lock them forcibly, or we could just fight this guy. I imagine he's going to be able to bust the way through the door.
He's not looking great. You saw him when he first came out, and you're seeing him now, and it looks like he's fighting.
Attacked.
He's fighting raw, he's still standing because of the drugs or whatever that Mims mentioned that they tried to to maybe use on him, or that he had used on himself. Like he's not looking great.
I
He's
can do
also
a full
inhibited.
attack, take 2 shots. Is he gonna get cover for being behind the other guy?
Yeah, so these are like half. Like which one are you? Who are you?
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about I was talking about he's behind Officer Mims. He's gonna get
Well,
cover,
I know,
right?
but like these are like half high, so they
Mhm.
probably don't matter that much. But like if you're this one, pull back to the map. If you're like this one, then you would have to go through like maybe Sunny and him. If you're this one, he's gonna get like a. Actually, no, Skittermanders are small, I believe, not tiny,
Yeah,
but
they're little.
small. So I think you would actually have a clear shot technically over him. So I don't think you're gonna get any negative, as long as you're not going in at an angle and you're. Like I
Alright,
said,
I'll
I
fire
think you're
both
this
of
one.
them. I don't have a bonus if I fire both of them at the same time, but I have 2 shots.
Okay.
It's like having a bottle cap. That might not work.
You
I
guys
got
do
an
have a
8
bottle cap,
and
I
a
think,
15.
right? Don't we? I think I have a bottle cap channel, don't I? Star points.
I don't know.
That's what we call them. We call them star points. They're not bottle caps. We're not the GCP. But you guys each have a star
Mhm.
point, so everyone has one. So keep that in mind.
Midwest
Before
GCP.
Does an
Uh,
8 or a 15 hit his KAC?
A 15 does hit his KAC, actually.
Nice.
So the first
one
one
little hit
misses
at
and
least.
maybe blasts into your old prison room, and the 15 hits him in the chest for
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Okay. He is looking weaker. He's still up.
Alrighty, that's it. That's full round action.
Okay. It is now. And how long do those duplications last? Are they until? Just keep an eye on that. I'll let you look at that while we're going through this.
Yeah, I think it was 1 minute.
Okay, cool. You're good then. Sunny, you are up. So you see that door open back up. You see this creature again for the first time. Let me just pull this back up for everyone so they can see what this guy even looks like.
Oh yeah,
It
we
looks
talked
so
about this.
amicable.
It lasts for as long as I can concentrate.
Okay. Whatever. I will let you continue to look at that. I think you're
I
good.
just
I
don't
think
know what
it's
that
like,
means in
yeah.
this game. So
Either way, Sonny, it is your turn. You see that door open, and this thing, this creature standing on the other side. It's an Akeshti standing on the other
I
side.
don't know. He looks so agreeable in this photo.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm
It's
losing
an interesting
motivation
photo
here.
that they gave him.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
sly smile to the side there. Come on.
Mhm.
Regardless. Yeah, no, I think Sonny's gonna punch him into his little computer, gonna try and learn what he can about him.
Okay.
I use a move action for that.
I guess this is the second
Yeah.
time you saw him. You blasted him a second ago. But
Yeah,
this
I
is the first time
blasted
you're
him,
like seeing
but-
him a little bit closer. So
Yeah, I saw him as just a combat, and then now I'm actually I saw into his eyes, and
Sure.
now I'm gonna try and find what I see.
'Kay.
So yeah, was it 28 for
It's gonna
the
yeah, that's gonna be enough for anything.
okay. So whatever is it the identify?
He's an Akeshti Technomancer.
Okay.
Does-
Anything fun?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe he's got any resistances or anything like that, but let me double check that I didn't just fail to write them down. He's actually an Akeshti Minder, which is pretty cool.
Mm.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like he's got a knife and a pistol on him, maybe. He hasn't used either of those two things. But other than that, there's nothing really special as far as like being able to do damage to him or anything like that. So it does
He's
look
not
like,
sensitive
based
to
on your
light.
scan, it does look like he is he's on some sort of drugs, and the drugs aren't helping.
But I've seen a prison brawl in my past. I know what a crazed man looks like.
Sure.
And so yeah, Sonny's gonna try and go as non-lethal as he can, but he's still gonna fire at the crazed prisoner.
Okay.
So that'll be just a 13 to hit EAC.
That is not going to be a hit.
Yeah. Too much trepidation. Too much thought, not enough
A
action.
lot going on.
There's a lot
Sure.
going on. Okay.
It's a moral
So that's
conundrum too.
your
Try
move
not to
action
let the
is your
police
scan, and your standard action is your shoot.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to jump to another person that you guys can't see that's doing something that you can't see. And it is now back to Mim's turn. And he's going to go, ah! And he's going to shut the door again. And then he is going to try to run away.
He just screams.
Ah! And he shuts the door. Well, the door opens, and then this tiger shoots a gun at him. This tiger shoots a sonic gun at this guy, misses, and then he shuts the door and runs away. And that is
At this
all Mims is
reptilian
going to do.
wizard.
It is now back to Sidmore's turn.
Okay. Going to get on there. Step up to this guy,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to, since he's given up.
He's
I'll
like
try
down
to
on his knees,
diplomatically.
he's thrown his gun out in front of him, and he's just like sitting there, like basically fetal position, freaking
Face
out.
down,
And have
ass
him-
up.
Yeah, face
have him
down,
try to
ass up,
diplomat-
twerking. That's the weirdest shit. I don't know. He's a nervous twerker.
I'm going to diplomatically ask him to tell his friends on the radio to stop, back off.
Okay. He'll go, oh, okay, I will. And he's like fumbling around trying to get to his radio. You won't be able to do it right now, but it looks like he's willing to comply with whatever. Okay, I
Okay,
will,
and then,
I will.
And then he's gonna turn to the rest of the crew in the room and go, "Gentlemen, we have to finish up here quick before anybody else shows up."
Okay.
Agreed.
Sounds reasonable.
I don't know. I just it's one of those, we just need a bunch of what if scenarios. Like Ace goes agreed and just points his gun at Sidmore.
Let's end this now.
Wait, no.
Hyperion turns green and then red and then green. I don't know. Christmas
Uno
songs start playing.
reverse.
It's the weirdest shit. All right. We're gonna jump into round 6. We're jumping to the 36-second mark or so. Ace, it's now your
Okay.
turn. So if you wanted to shoot Sidmore, now would be the time.
What?
You wanted
No,
to-
I'm not
Just-
gonna
I
shoot
don't know.
Sidmore.
And
I just
action.
don't want to play other people's characters for them. You know what I mean?
No,
Said
I
if.
won't. He did say if.
Yeah, exactly.
No, will not shoot Sidmore.
That's fair.
Do I see any just trying to think what I can do to be helpful.
Would you guys like another
Um,
description of the room B2 that you're currently staying
Yes.
in?
Yes, please.
I'd be happy to. This is some of your guys' first time being in there. It's been a couple weeks.
That's true.
This is the office.
Mhm.
So a counter divides this space into a reception area with a few benches and an office to the north, with chairs and desks covered in work materials and sentimental decorations. A huge flag bearing the silhouette of a Lashunta head in profile atop a yellow sun and a white background has been tacked unevenly to the reception area's eastern wall. The northern wall in the office bears inset view screens, in addition to the transparent doors that open into the reception area. Glossy blue doors lead away to the north, east, and west.
Okay. What do people think of checking out some of these other doors? Trying to get away out of here.
I think
you're
we have to
still-
eliminate the obvious threat.
I mean, yes,
it-
but it looks like y'all got that that door covered. I don't think I can fit through there. I also can't see where you guys are.
Yeah, I'm just worried
Um,
that if we open doors, we're gonna just invite more people in to
Yeah.
beat the
Yeah,
crap out of us.
those are tricky.
I don't really have much I can do. I guess I'll delay.
You could hold.
Is it a
you could,
delay?
like,
Okay. I'll.
You could delay, which means you can just jump back into the turn order whatever you want with all of your actions still. Like
Okay.
you would change your place in the initiative,
Uh
or
huh.
you could hold
Or
an action, which is like
Ready in action.
you're ready. Excuse me, yeah, ready in action, which is like
okay.
you're waiting for some trigger to do something. So you could like
I'm
ready in
going
action
to.
to shoot this door if someone breaks in, or you gotta have a
Okay.
specific
I
trigger ready
then
here. So
I'll ready an action to attack if the guys that were outside try to come in again.
okay, so you're just kind of standing there at the doorway with your rifle aimed at the door, ready for anyone
With
to
my
Your
come
Eiffel
in.
Eiffel
Tower.
Tower.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, that'll work. It is now someone's turn, and they do a little bit of stuff. It is now
Do
the
some
guy inside's
things.
turn. So the guy inside that Sidmore was trying to be diplomatic with, he pulls on his radio and he goes, "Guys, this this is I don't have a name ready. This is Timothy. I'm inside, and they have, oh god, they have lots of guns, and I'm not feeling so good, and Mims is scared. He's hiding in the corner. He's no help, and I think Vec got out, and I don't know if Ewan's still with us, and I think you need to leave, and I don't know. Don't go get anyone. Just leave. Just leave." And he looks to Sidmore. He's like, "Is that?" He's stops pressing the button, or stops talking. He's like, "Is that good? Is that good enough?"
That is good. Tell them you shit your pants. Oh wait, shit. That's that is good. Tell them you shit your pants too.
I shit myself. I also shit myself. Okay,
Bye.
let's see ya. Over and out. All right. So that is gonna be his turn. It is now back to the prisoner's turn, who now opens the door. Thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas said, "I'm shitting right now." This guy opens the door, and he's going to run in and get right into Sunny's face here. That is all he could do. One action, open the door. One action to run in. And it is now Hyperion's turn.
Okay. Okay, so you said he opened the door and he ran inside, so he is a target. I don't have my guns. I have used 2 of my first level spells so far.
Hopefully they wrote in some time for you guys to have a rest. Surely they
yeah,
would do that
hopefully.
this time.
Hyperion just time out. Give me like
Give me 10
5 to
minutes.
10 minutes, please.
This is our first combat, I think, or maybe it's our second combat of the day, but either way, it's just like it's the beginning of the
Yeah.
day, and I'm just like, I could use my last first level spell for the day, like, or I could, I'll just go with an energy ray, a little 0 level energy ray.
Okay. Almost like a cantrip.
Does a 9 hit his EAC?
It doesn't.
All right, well, that's a miss then.
You actually hit Sunny in the back of the head.
I get to choose. Okay, well, I hit Sunny in the back of the head with electricity. Then unlimited power.
My hair stands on end.
It's just like a little static shock.
Yeah, I'm very frizzy right now.
The robot gave you a static shock. It's good.
Superhero static shot.
So good. All right. Is that your turn then? Or would you
That's
like
it.
to
That's all I got.
move?
I mean, I could move.
You don't have to. I don't care. I'm just asking.
That room's a mess.
We should try to figure out where was the person we were trying to find? What was their name to begin with?
Right.
You are.
Let's try to figure out like where they were, or if they were
You have
here,
not
or where they
seen
might
or
be.
heard anyone mention the name Nib. You were looking for Nib.
Like, can we like check the database or anything? See if they came through
Probably.
here. See if they went through the checkpoint at all.
Probably, but probably it would take more actions than you have right now in the middle of combat.
Okay.
All right.
Well, then is it safe to
Circle
assume
fired at this guy?
the people outside are closing combat because they were told to, or are they still doing things?
It hasn't been their turn again yet, so you don't really know.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, Typerian, Sunny, you are up. Vec has moved inside and is in your face.
Yeah, Sunny's gonna do his signature move whenever a combatant gets in his face. He learned it in the yard, and it's tried and true.
Okay.
He's running all the way back and putting his back to a wall.
Okay.
So that's what you do in the yard.
Okay.
And he happens to still have a rifle in his hand, so he will aim and fire.
Okay.
He has not always been as lucky. All right, that's an 18 to hit EAC.
18 is going to hit EAC.
Sweet. And that'll just be 4 points of sonic damage.
He had 3 HP left.
Nice.
So
Holy shit, holy shit,
describe
holy
how
shit.
this sonic weapon kills this combatant.
Yeah, just real simple. Like, Sonny throws his back into the wall, and kind of just reflexively, the trigger on his rifle goes off, and it just runs all the way across the room, and just hits him right in the dome piece.
Okay.
Plow.
That is a combatant.
And it rings like a bell.
Yeah. All right. That'll be a move action. Let's see. Check something again. Okay. Mims is going to kind of take a deep breath in the corner and go, okay, I think that's everyone. You guys all wouldn't mind getting into those cells down there, would you? Would you be okay with doing that? I think it sounds like you guys are criminals. I would love if you would just get back in the cells, and we could put all the criminals in the cells, and then I could call for help, and everything could go back to the way that it was.
Yes, is that the end of your turn? Because I can reply.
Everyone can reply for free. You just can't take any action necessarily. That's within earshot. So yeah, if you want to say something, or if Hyperion or Sunny wants to say something, that'd probably be okay too. But if they don't, that also works.
I will tell
Yeah.
you this: we will leave this place. We are not going to be confined, and you have the opportunity to walk out alive.
I
Do
would
not
love
tempt
to
us.
love that. Why are you here?
We simply need answers. We are trying to find a person that may have come through here. A man named Neeb.
Oh, I don't know any men named Nib, but there's a
woman named Neeb.
There's a girl Nib. She's a little rascal. She's in the interrogation
Why do you
room.
say it like that?
Because he's super weird.
Nib is here.
Yeah, Nib's in an interrogation room. It's just if you go through this door here to the north, and he points towards the door to the north, and then I think it's locked. Ewan should have the key. But there's just if you go through this door, it's just right to the right. You'll see her. I think she's in there. I think the lieutenant was talking to her.
Why was she being interrogated? Fuck.
I don't know. I just worked the front desk. Once all the new people came, all the new recruits, I didn't really ask any questions. I am just kind of here working it.
Okay, thank you. How do I get the door open?
It's open. That's not locked. Most of the doors here are unlocked, actually.
Okay, great. Now I wait for my turn.
Went for prison.
Yeah, well, it's not. There's not. Yeah, the prison doors are locked, obviously, but like the rest, it's just like a normal office building. All right, it's Sidmore's turn.
Okay, so what's going on outside? Are they still fighting?
You can't really see. Like Justin's kind of blocked the door. It sounded like maybe there was some commotion going on, and maybe there's still a little bit of commotion, but there is certainly less commotion now. Like it sounded like some banging on the doors, but there is less banging on the doors now. So.
First of all, I look to the dude and I go, "Boy, you tell them to be cool. I'm going to go check out our prisoner." Blink. I want to open that door.
That door is locked.
Wait, that's not the door. It's the door up here.
Yeah, he said the door to the north. The door to the north.
Or... Okay.
So it would take an action to open that. If you have the movement to get there, then you could take an action to open that door.
I did have the movement. Action.
Okay, so the door is open. Let me briefly describe what you see when opening this door. Although you can't see everything, you could see some of it. Excuse me. It looks like some sort of a briefing room, maybe. So the large room has doors, what looks to be on all four sides, with a long conference table running down the center and lockers lining the walls. A holographic projector in the table's center shows a three-dimensional model of a sauna town and its side bubble, Clearlight, with several locations labeled in red. A window south of the door in the eastern hall looks into a small room. And that's your turn. Ace, ace in your face.
I am gonna do another hold action here, keeping an eye out for, because if the people outside are gonna
Just
try
getting
coming
ready.
in through this door, yeah, I
Okay.
want to let people know,
Sure.
and I'll be holding
Stand
that
on
action.
guard. All right, that'll work.
Yeah.
All right, it is now someone else's turn you can't see. They are going to do something. It is the guy inside's turn. He's going to continue to cower in the corner, but not do or touch anything else. It is now Hyperion's turn.
Now what? No, I literally don't know. All right, you said that's the person we're looking for is the
actually-
interrogation room.
Realistically, you guys don't have to be in initiative anymore. Right now, at least.
Okay.
I'm talking about. Oh, well.
All right,
So
can
when
I
you
try to
are-
get into these computers then and see if I can figure out which one's the interrogation room?
You do know, like, Mim said something, but yeah, you can certainly get to the computer and verify what he said. So,
I got a 20 on my computer's check.
what would you say the check was? It was like 15 or like 10 plus the. They're only like level 1 computers, so I think 20 is probably more than enough to get into it. I don't remember what you said that DC was.
I don't think I did.
You said it was like a full round action with like a DC equal to.
It takes one full round action per tier of the computer.
I thought there was a DC involved. Okay, 20 is enough. These aren't very secure computers necessarily. They're just kind of the front desk computers. So what would you like to? You just want to like get a layout, like an idea of where the interrogation room is?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to see what the computer had access to.
Yeah. So you would be able to see like the cameras
Mm-hmm.
that were going on, so you could see if you want to access any of the cameras. Probably the only relevant info that you could see on the cameras right now is that there are, what you've already confirmed, there's like a back parking lot to like the northeast with like a couple quote unquote police cruisers. It doesn't look like there's anything abnormal around the rest of the building. The two people that Justin or that Ace was fighting looked to have backed off into this corner that I'm kind of circling, and they're still just aiming at the doorway. So it looks like they have maybe decided just to wait for you all to come back out, or come out back the same way, because they know that they can't get in, or at least the guy inside told them to stop trying to get in. And then you do see, you can see like a log and see that at one point a prisoner named Nib, or at least a person named Nib, was brought in there, and they are currently in the interrogation room. You don't see, like, throughout the cameras throughout the building, you don't see any other life forms in this building right now. However, you do see a dead body in the room that Sidmore just opened. Sidmore can't necessarily see it. It looks like maybe in the area up here where there was a fight going on earlier, there is now a dead body lying there of another militaristic looking individual.
Okay. So while I'm doing this, I think Hyperion's gonna turn yellow, and he's like, "Oh, it appears that I have a software update." And he's like, "I can't apologize enough for the excessive violence earlier. There appears to be a trigger in my system that ran some aggressive protocols. Either way, it looks like the information that we seek is here. Mr. Sidmore, or whatever the hell your name is, if you could go and open the door, and we'll have a chat with this Nibs person."
Do you
I also
keep
think that
concentrating?
we should.
Are you still multiple?
I'm okay with it. If we want to be done with the extras, we can get rid of the extras.
I don't care. It's your
Um,
character.
but I think I will say that I was like, it looks like we're going to need another exit from the building. That is not the front entrance. Perhaps we'll take one of the cruisers around back. But that's it.
Okay. I think I mentioned the last episode too. It looks like these lockers in this room, at least this one all the way to the left here, has it has something just sitting on top of it. But these are like lockers in here, and this room. Uh, yeah, so there's a static arc pistol sitting on top of this. I can go ahead and just
good.
reveal that.
That'll be our what, fourth one of this campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a collector set.
Standard issue.
You get all 7 and you put them together and it makes an awesome rifle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I got you.
All right. Who else wants to do anything right now? Like I said, you haven't been in this all the way into this room up here yet. You haven't really explored anywhere yet, and you probably don't have a lot of time to do exploring. But you certainly can try. And like I said, this
I'm
door
still
here appears to be locked. You might be able to hack your way into it, find a key card, break through it. Like there's a couple different options that you could probably go through to try to get into that door too.
I'm gonna hang out still out here just because
Just on
I don't.
guard?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What about Sidmore and Sunny?
Sidmore's gonna go into that room.
Okay. So if you take a step into the room, I just moved you for you. Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
You see
Whoa, bro.
laying up here in the corner by the doorway a body that, if the individual was standing up, would look a little something like this. But it looks like they have been electrocuted to death in that doorway.
Mm-hmm. The Skidamander did say that the prisoner had killed a lieutenant of some sort.
True.
And also to your right, I don't know, it's gonna do something, but I never ended up doing it. You see let me see if I can just do this on the fly. I thought I did that actually. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. If you go to your right, there's like almost looks like a see-through mirror, like an interrogation room mirror. If you were to go all the way to your right, I think that you would be able to see into that interrogation room. I wasn't quite sure how to set it up on Foundry. It looks like there's a distance thing, but you can see what looks to be like a female Yosoki sitting in that room. Sidmore, that is. But you guys are not in initiative, so just tell me what you want to be doing here. If you
okay.
check rooms, yeah, you're not in initiative. So
Yeah, I'll move into the room as well.
Just talk to me. Yep.
Yeah, I'll move past the officer, the Skidamander. Apologize. They're just trying to find our friend. And he'll move past. Oh, never mind. Please just. Not always working. Oh yeah, there she is. Oh, then that must be the lieutenant.
Yeah, so the individual in the room looks a little something like this. It's a very small image, so it kind of got blurry, but that is the individual that is sitting in that room.
She has a little quest marker bobbing over her head.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just call back to everyone else in the back room.
Like,
the ace.
Yeah, nervously waiting, but you assume it's one-way glass because like standard interrogation room, so she probably doesn't see you guys yet. So
think we found her.
Oh, good. I guess no one has looted these bodies, right? Like Ace is on is at attention.
Yeah, Ace has not done anything.
Yep, Ace is guarding the door, making sure these guys
Can
don't show
I
back up.
walk over to the prisoner that we killed and see if he has anything on him?
Yeah. Absolutely. So Vec has
Thanks, bro.
on him a semi-auto tactical pistol,
Okay.
a survival knife,
Okay.
freebooter armor 1, and some small arm rounds.
All right. Well, I just for the simplicity's sake of the scene, I can grab that stuff and I can grab the pistol, and
Okay.
then I'm assuming we're moving to that room to talk to the prisoner.
Sure.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be in the critical condition. Go ahead and loot, I suppose.
Take as much time as we need.
That's
Um,
fine.
We could also check the other guard. Does the guard have stuff on them too? Is this stuff in Foundry, Austin?
Yeah, but I don't have. It's not. If it's on a person, I don't think I can just expose it to you guys as like a treasure chest. Actually, I have an idea though. I wonder if this will work. Give me 2 seconds to test this. I have a theory. If I put a little leg there, can I just drag? Damn, I can't. I'm just gonna do this though, regardless. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to go check the lieutenant guy too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So if you guys go up to him, you find that Austin is typing out what the other stuff is on the other guy. 1 second. Should just do this every time. Live and learn. Blake is yelling. Someone is being a fucking idiot, apparently.
Won't be the first time.
Was he watching the news?
Oh no, probably. Okay. You guys should see an item pile on the first person now. Like to the right of it. If you double click
Okay.
on that, it should have everything that he's got inside of there.
Sick. We
Okay,
gotta be
so
close to it, but yeah.
the second guy, it's going to take a little bit longer to do, but let me just read you guys what was in his inventory if you're just searching him. He's got 2 frag grenades, a Ember Flame Dashko, an Ifrit
Wow.
class flamethrower with
Oh.
2 standard petrol tanks, ear to shell basic armor, and 2 batteries, and a cred stick worth 240 credits.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep, and he got killed by the prisoner.
Yep.
Didn't get to even play
Good
with
for
my
us.
flamethrower.
Yeah, save me all those tanks.
So did we hear a lot of like pneumatic like explosions in the other rooms?
No.
Swoosh, swoosh,
He
swoosh. There's
peel
like
back the
some
curtain.
beautiful
He got right up in the guy's face and just swung the Dashko Ember because he opened the door and he was there.
Gotcha.
He just-
That's fair.
That's what I do with the guy with the flamethrower.
Is the Ember Dashko, is that a powered Dashko? Is it like battery powered?
Yeah, it's powered. Yep.
Mhm. Cool.
Okay, so
Oh, that's cool. All right, so that's some good stuff. We'll worry about like loot. Or
Yeah,
say we'll
I
check in
will-
with this, but
yeah.
we'll worry about that later.
yeah,
Let's
I'll
talk to this
add-
girl.
I'll add this pile here. So this door right here is locked, but if you search this guy, he should have. Let me double check.
The interrogation room door is locked?
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't know what's in the other 2 rooms up north?
Yeah, you do not know, but you haven't also tried to open any other doors yet, so you don't know if all the other doors are locked or not.
Didn't we see through the cameras? Are there not cameras behind those doors to the
you
north?
didn't see any other people anywhere, so you kind of have
Okay.
an idea of what's going on, but you didn't necessarily try to like open any doors or anything like that. This is B5. I just want to make sure. What does he have on it?
Damn it. Sonny doesn't give a shit, but Dylan really wants a flamethrower.
That's,
I'm trying to-
that's
completely
fair.
valid.
Trying to play the disconnect, but it's getting hard.
Yeah,
So
I don't
if you
know. I don't know
guys-
the flamethrower what weapon category it is. If it's a heavy weapon,
Yeah,
It's probably-
probably.
wanted to use it.
Is considered a
we don't need to
Heavy
know
weapon,
right now,
yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah.
analog
I'll just live
heavy weapon
vicariously through Ace.
blast, 2-handed unwieldy. With
Mhm.
it's a
No
15-foot
attacks,
cone.
obviously.
Justin wielded
That's
it well.
pretty cool.
he's got like he's got the key to be able to unlock this door. So you guys are able to unlock this door. Or whoever
So everybody
wants
else
to.
is standing there, and Hyperion's just dragging all these bodies together and making a neat pile of all the stuff. And he's just like, I was never the requisitions officer, but I did want the position rather badly.
So who's going to be the first one to go in that room?
I am a computer person. Maybe we should let the schizophrenic talk to her first.
You know what?
That's
In a
you, Shimar.
futuristic space society, maybe that is the logical approach. We don't know.
Exactly. I'm up for suggestions. Whatever you want to do.
I've been taking classes, but really my people skills are not that great.
Mood.
Did we lose you, Dalton? You here?
Is he muted? Maybe double muted? Turn your
Triple
microphone
muted?
on.
Quad muted?
Triple muted? I don't even know if that's possible.
Depends on
it's
how many programs
possible.
you have. I could triple mute.
Seems terrible. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I never do. All right. Sounds like Dalton might be AFK at the moment. So we could
Freaking
say,
It
chicken?
happens.
Is there any other rooms you would like to check, or would you like to wait to go check out Nib here first?
I mean, sure. Let's open the other rooms. Unleash the other prisoners.
Which door would you want to open first here? There's one
Top
here.
left.
This one?
Sure.
Okay, if you open up that door, it looks to go into some sort of like commander's quarters. So this rounded room rises to a half dome 20 feet above.
Wait. Does he have a private bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you can
continue.
open that door too. It's unlocked. This rounded room rises to a half dome 20 feet above, ringed by large frosted windows that let in light. A 10-foot high half wall divides one portion of the ground level into a sleeping area with a bed and washroom. The other portion is a large office and study with an ornate desk, stuffed chairs, and shelves displaying photos and mementos. So
I
it
think
looks like
Hyperion
maybe
looks
this is
around the
like
room.
yeah.
And he puts his hands on his hips and he says, "Maybe someday." Do you want me to make a perception check? Take
Sure.
a big glance around, see if there's anything important.
Yeah.
It's not my forte at
Sunny's
all.
in there too if you want to roll two.
Yeah, I'm looking around. Yeah.
It
is mine.
But that would be I have a -1 on the check, so a 16 for me.
Okay.
I
And
probably don't
Sunny.
think there's anything secret or hidden.
Yeah, sorry. Here. Is it just perception?
Just a perception check, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 26.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll start with both of you kind of notice that it looks like this is probably the quarters where this lieutenant that was dead in the other room maybe took over. But he has it like redecorated from like the previous person who was here. Because you see a different person. There's an image on like a hologram of a scarred Lashunta woman. It's so weird in the book. I just laughed when I read this. That says that looks like she's on the young side of middle age.
What?
Yeah,
Like late
young-
30s.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But I
But
thought
she's
that was
rocking it.
funny. But it's not the same person that was in the other room, and you see it looks like it's like there's like a name on the desk. It was Chief Shivari Manion. And that person was likely, because there's like a bed and bathroom, like probably lived on site here. But this other lieutenant individual took over while they were gone. And I think Sunny is looking a little bit like around in the desk maybe, and you end up finding two key fobs, which based on like what you guys have seen earlier are probably to the police cruisers outside.
Yeah, this one's a Buick.
That's
So-
sick.
But it looks like Sidmore's back here. Dalton, we were. I think everyone wanted to wait on you to be able to.
Yes, I'm back.
You're good to talk to the individual in the other room, in the interrogation room.
Sonny
it's
comes
not-
out of a
Yeah.
desk drawer, flashing some keys, and he tosses a pair over to to Sigmore whenever he walks in.
And
Okay.
Hyperion standing there with like his hands up, and he's like,
Sorry, I wasn't sure if it would pass through.
"No, no, I understand. Machines running machines. It's weird for me too."
Very
Like
good
a
job.
vine. The guy that does the dubstep sounds. The machines make machines make machines. Yeah, Don knows what I'm talking about.
That's good.
That's funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Dalton, would you like
Sigmar
to
wants
go into the
to,
interrogation
yeah.
room, or do you guys want to explore any more of the building before going into this interrogation room here?
What does that mean?
There's one more door.
What would you like to do next?
I'd like to go interrogate.
You do
Now-
remember that you do, like, one of you tried to open this door. Sidmore tried to open this, so this door down here to the south is locked. So you could potentially now, with the key card and the access that you have, unlock that too.
Do we know what this door goes to?
Based on the topography and what you guys have seen, that's probably like out to the parking lot where the police cars are.
the lot.
You guys kind of inspected the building. This would be the northeast part of the building.
So
so
this
that's what you're
this
assuming.
interrogation room doesn't have two-way glass.
It's
room
not
on the
two,
other
it's,
side?
it's one way. So if you get close enough to it, if you bring your pawn over to here, you can see in that
Ow.
room.
Did you say my paw?
Pawn?
On.
I, thought you said my
I
paw
would never
from a
disrespect you
fucking
and say to move your pawn.
If we watch her
Little
long
paw.
enough, does she do anything embarrassing?
She looks
Like thinking that
pissed.
no one's looking.
She's like manacled. She's got like handcuffs on. But you guys did
Okay,
find a key
so-
on Yiwen. You're not really like a physical key. You assume that it's probably to something, but you're not sure what yet. But after seeing her with like handcuffs on, you assume that's
Now-
probably it.
Don't hate me, but what am I trying to get out of her? Why are we trying to find her?
She was the one that she's our contact. She was the one that we were supposed to go find, right? And then we got there, and it was like her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, was there, and he was like, "I don't know where she is."
Not
Yeah,
exactly.
we-
So you guys came with Therese, who was working at the Deep Portal Station. Also, let's get a ban on this guy, Utopia Nutmeg. Cool name. Cheap viewers on VWRpro.online.
Hey, yo.
Let's just go.
It's
ahead and
a sugary
Welcome to
hazelnut
the
spread.
area.
Overrated.
So you guys, Therese was the individual that worked at the Deep Portal Station where you guys were at, who asked
Mhm.
you after all the crazy shit went down to come down here to work with the, God, I always forget the name of the institute, some scientific institute that would really need that information, would really appreciate this information that you guys were able to gather of the portal crashing. And you found that the contact you were coming down here to meet was Nib, who is Teresa's ex. You then went to Nib's apartment after all of the chaos of the town getting taken over, and basically found a message left from Nib, like a voice message that was like, "Hey," like she like called back her house, left a voicemail on like the the machine or whatever. It's like, "Hey, been taken not necessarily prisoner, but been taken like captive at this checkpoint. If you could come get me, that would be great," type of situation. So now you guys are here. So you know your main objective is just to get her out of here by whatever means you choose, which we now see how that ended up, and get her back to her apartment so that you can
Got
figure
it.
out whatever happens next. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Is that a
Yep.
decent enough summary? Okay, cool.
Go in there. Open that
Okay.
door.
Okay. It is unlocked now, and it is now open. So as you walk
My,
in,
my,
she looks
my.
at you, and she doesn't recognize you, and she just starts yelling, "This detention is illegal! I demand a lawyer! Let me out!"
Lucky for you, I am your lawyer.
Oh, you are?
Well, you don't have to lie
No.
to her.
You don't
I
look
know,
like
I
a
know.
lawyer.
Eli,
It's in
easy
my
as breathing.
It's in my nature. All right. I go. My, you are a tough puppy to to track down, but I have found you.
How did
I am
you
here to help you escape.
escape? Who are you with? What? What are you talking about? Wait, did you get my message at my apartment? Why were you in my apartment? Who are you?
There is
So many
time for that
questions.
sort of stuff later. But we must go. I am here because I have very important information about that portal that crashed above the star.
The portal crashed?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay.
Well, there was a whale. A whale came out of it,
A
and then we
whale?
floated. There was a lot. Look,
What are you
we can
talking
get over
about?
it. We can talk more about it later. Let's just get out of here.
Okay, can you undo me? She like holds up her manacles.
Yes, let me.
And as you
You don't
undo
have
her
an-
manacles, roll for
Oh,
initiative.
I didn't
I'm
say
just kidding.
nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say I
Slits his
did. No,
throat.
She grabs you by the throat and rips it out.
I was
Throat
about
rip.
to say, I'm just
Cookie.
gonna make sure she doesn't have any weapons.
No. Yeah, you could just she's good. You're good.
Okay, great. All
She
right.
doesn't have anything on her.
I will let you go, but you must follow us. Stay
She goes,
close.
okay, all right, I guess that works. Who are you with? How did you know where to get? How did you get in my apartment though?
We broke in. We are with. Who
You
are we
broke
with?
into my apartment.
We're with the
That's
Are we
right.
just?
boyfriend.
Are we just? We're
Your
just with
girlfriend.
ourselves, really?
Girlfriend. Gay.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah,
Okay,
girlfriend.
we are with your
Oh,
girlfriend.
right. Because
Your gay
they're not.
girlfriend.
Yeah, they're in a weird tiff right now, and I want to
Yeah.
get the other side of the
You are
story.
you are ex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
You're here with Therese?
Therese. Yes, that
Yes,
was the name.
she's in great duress.
Of course. And she
I
like
mean,
walks
we're
out,
not
sees the dead
literally
body.
here with
She's
her.
like,
She's not there. She's
not
not with
here.
us. She's back at
was
the
she back in the
apartment.
apartment? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
But this is beside the point. We need to get going.
Is she safe?
Probably.
Okay.
Here,
The
I
longer
don't
she's
know
by
how to
herself,
tell you
probably
this.
not.
I don't know how to tell you this, but our bulk limits are relatively low, so we're gonna need you to carry some of this loot.
Yeah. Have you guys
handing her armor?
checked all the rooms that you want to check? You ready to go? Or what do you don't care. Just want to double check with
No,
you.
I think we should check all the rooms that are in here. If the cops that are here are not rushing us out, I mean, open the other doors. What's in the other doors?
I don't think that Ace hasn't heard anything yet. It hasn't been too long yet.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys
I'm going to
come down,
keep smashing my head into this door until somebody opens it.
okay, I will open it. That leads to the outside of the police.
Oh, this one goes
cruisers.
out. Okay.
Yeah,
Where's
that's our
where's
exit.
the
So there's another
where's the
door
door that
down
was
here.
locked? Oh,
This
okay.
door, you are able with between the key fob and the computer access, able to open up that door. Let me give a
Hell
quick
yeah.
flavor text for that. So this is the barracks. So this room is lined with neatly made bunk beds, couches, and metal storage lockers. A clearly labeled door to the south hangs open, revealing a small washroom. Yeah, you guys can give me a perception check in there if you want to look around for anything potentially.
Nah.
Okay. Did you say nah?
And natty 20 for a 30.
Okay, you are
Nice.
being very perceptive today, Sonny. There's like a number of unlocked lockers, and there's one locked locker. But inside of the unlocked lockers, there looks to be enough like spare clothing to put together 3 Asana Town police uniforms. If you find any use in that, and then I would need an engineering check to try to break into the last locker.
Robot.
Huh. I'll
Mr.
give it a
Hyperion.
shot.
A little bit.
Oh no. I made a mistake. I got out of 13 total.
Close, but no cigar.
I mean, I
Rolled
could
a
try.
natural 4.
Yeah, so you're like your little metal pick breaks. It's just a metal locker though, so if you really wanted to try again, you probably could.
What if we just shoot it?
Oh, I mean, if we have the opportunity to keep doing it.
Yeah, they just look like standard metal locker. There's nothing like technological about them necessarily. So
How does a what's my bonus here? Engineering. What has a 21 set?
yeah,
Suit ya?
you're able to open it. So
There you go.
maybe break off a pick the first time, and then just I don't know, turn your hand into a key or something. You're able to open the door, and there is one basic emotion regulator inside of there. And that is marked on your map down there in the bottom left.
Make eye contact with
Sidmore?
gosh, I forget everybody's names.
Ace? Sonny?
Sunny.
No, I make eye
Vince?
contact with Sunny, and then I turn back towards Sidmore,
Mhm.
and I pick up the emotional regulator.
So as a quick description for what the emotion regulator says, it says this small device is often worn strapped to the back of the neck or attached to a helmet. When activated, an emotion regulator
As you're
sends out.
describing it, I'm attaching it to Miss
Go
It's just like
ahead. An emotion
I'm
regulator
reading the
sends out.
instructions out loud to him. I'm just like, so what you're going to want to do is strap this to your back and attach it directly at the base of your skull.
It sends out regular neurologic pulses, raining in extreme motions. It gives you a +2 insight bonus to saves against emotion and fear effects, but your dulled reactions to danger impart a -2 penalty to your initiative checks and reflex saving throws.
Oh, interesting.
It's got a full like charge on it. It's got a capacity of 20, and its usage is 1 per 10 minutes. So you've got like 200 minutes on it, basically. So again, that's an emotion regulator basic.
Could be
I think
useful
with
if any of
that,
us ever get, like bummed out or anything.
yeah. You
Isn't
also
that
know
just another term for being bummed out?
there is a couple more lockers, or there's one more locker that you guys could try to look
Hyperion
through and
ignorant
open
slut.
here in the middle of the front room that you guys were in. So you know that there was this arc pistol sitting on top of this locker, but there's like another locker here that you could also check if you wanted to. It just requires you to open it, or try to open it, I guess. You don't know if it's locked.
I try to open it.
Okay. Oh no, Brendan, it didn't like you, or Nicholas, it didn't like you saying the word slut. I will allow the word slut on our channel. It feels appropriate. There's 100 credits there.
Very well.
I will also open those. So we'll figure out the loot. I'll post all the loot, or make sure it's all available.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it right now.
Next time. It's probably not super
Just assume that
relevant.
we're bringing it with us.
Nope, unless we add it right now. If you step out of this room. No,
Can we say
okay,
thought?
What's that?
I think thought took the place of slut in our PC culture. Can we write thought now?
Is an acronym for that hoe
Looks
over
like it.
there. So it's more like a hoe
Yeah.
versus a slut, you know?
Okay, well, tell me the difference, Austin.
I don't know. I
Spent
haven't
a lot of time on
been
it.
on a date in 5
Yeah.
years, so 6 years, 7 years.
Okay.
I don't know how long it's been at this point.
That'll be the next banter topic.
Hoe
When
versus
is
slut.
Austin's next date?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicholas also just said whore. I don't think I'm going to allow that one. I think I'm going to deny that as a word. Crits and cantrips added blocked term whore.
Even though we just
Well, now let's dissect that.
No, I think it's just funny. There's nothing to dissect. Sometimes the room is just blue. All right. So you guys can leave now if you'd like. Remember, Officer Mims is just kind of cowering in this corner. Oh, I forgot to mention. I didn't tell you the description of the interrogation room earlier. Let me read that here real quick. Small circle room contains 2 chairs and a small table. A large inset mirror takes up the upper portion of the western wall. Other walls depict a cheerful park scene of Lashunta children playing on green grass beneath a sky that fills the entire. Children playing on green grass beneath a sun that fills the entire sky. It's a very pretty scene in that room. And if you guys are like running around the room, like after having been in the interrogation room, Mims is kind of still like freaked out in the corner. But if you walk by and he goes, "Did you see my painting in the interrogation room?" I did that after reading about the soothing imagery can make witnesses more cooperative. And then you realize, like thinking back on it, that you probably saw him in the picture. Like he painted himself on the picture too. He appears in the image under the mirror along with his signature.
Backwards wise.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so what is your guys' plan to get out of here? Thinking some front door action? You gonna go get Ace? Fight your
I
way
think we have
through?
the keys to two police cars. We're
That's
absolutely
what
not
I
going
was
out.
thinking.
Yeah.
We were just gonna get in these cars and
We're
drive
killing
out
the
of
guy
here.
I don't think of any of our characters as being really, really like mean or evil lawbreakers. But I think that in this case, the most convenient option, we're like, we need a ride back, and it's like, oh, those guys are dead. They don't need them anymore.
And the
So
guys
we're
out
just gonna
front
get back to
can
the
get
cars
hurt
out
if
of,
we
out of
went that way.
convenience, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
We will
and Sonny
return the
doesn't want to hurt
vehicles. I'm gonna tell Officer Mims. I was like, I'm sorry for attacking you earlier. We'll return the vehicles when the rebellion has stopped, and then the city once again belongs to the free people. and and they were just gonna go get it. I'm gonna go sit in the passenger seat, kind of awkwardly, just
Okay,
like
so if
wait for
you
somebody else to get in the car and drive it.
yeah, so if everyone is down for that, you guys get Ace, bring him out back. So you guys go outside. There's a very short description of the parking lot. This parking lot is surrounded by a high fence containing 2 police cruisers. Um,
What I
so
expected.
normally the police cars could be hot wired, but you guys do have the key fobs, so you're able to do it. Someone give me some sort of a, I want to say culture check, society check, something along those lines. As you're thinking about stealing these, and then I don't know, uh, maybe an engineering check. Whoever's character thinks that they would, think of that as they step outside. I don't want to say who's thinking of what.
All
But
right. Well, engineering. Am I checking out the cars? I mean, what am
yeah,
I? What
yeah,
am I
yeah.
giving you
Just
a
as you
check
walk
for?
outside, just something that you, as a man of numbers and engineering, would think.
Okay, I got a 25.
Okay.
What? Tell me what I think then, as a
Yeah,
man
yeah.
of
So as you walk
engineers and
outside,
numbers.
you know that these vehicles are probably too large to transport via line crawler, so you're probably not going to be able to get them between different bubbles, which isn't a huge deal. But you would also
Okay.
know that it would be very hard to try to get them back to your ship if that was ever a thought. Like you would be, like you'd have to have special arrangements if you were going to try to like steal them and sell them or something.
Oh
But
yeah, I don't think we're worried about that.
okay.
No. I
Agreed.
just want to use these to get back to the place
Yeah.
or near the place and then ditch
And-
them.
Yeah,
And
you
it's going
guys
to be
would
faster to do that than
Yeah.
anything
You would very
else.
much know too that it is a criminal act, but there's probably some steps that you guys could take to try to make it less obvious that you are.
Got it. I got it. I got it. So all we got to do is fake a 911 call, right? Set out a dispatch, be like, oh my gosh, we need to get some units out there. We pretend to be the units. We get in the car, we drive down there. Well, not to the actual spot. We say, like, oh man, we need to go way across town at this place. But then we're actually going to the opposite side of town to ditch the car and get back to the apartment.
I mean, can we use some of the equipment around here to just kind of pass as police officers?
You did just
We did
find 3
We had
police
those
uniforms.
three
Yeah,
uniforms.
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
what I mean is like make
Yeah.
ourselves at least on a
We
quick
came in
glance.
uniform, or at least some of us did.
So 2 vehicles, just taking one, gonna stuff in. You guys could probably 2 in the front, 3 in the back, or you want to take both of them, or kind of who's driving
Do
too? Like
they
what's the
do they have a
setup here?
kitchen here?
A
I was
kitchen?
figuring it would be a
Yeah.
piloting check for it.
I don't think
Probably.
there's a kitchen here.
Well, okay, so
Piloting,
if this is
yeah,
a police
makes sense.
station, I'm imagining they would have like
It's like a
coffee,
Like a
right?
microwave and shit.
Like a coffee station.
Yeah.
And if people have coffee, they like to have sugar in it. So can we take that sugar and like put it? Are these gas powered cars?
I wouldn't think they're gas anymore. Yeah, I don't think sugar in the gas tank is really going to help you anymore. I think they're floating. I think they're.
Sugar
they're-
in the
Oh,
nuclear
damn it.
reactor.
My point is we disable one of them so that we don't get caught, and then we take the other one.
Okay.
Because we don't need to take 2 of them.
Yeah, the
you wanna
space
take-
equivalent of putting sugar in the tailpipe. Or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, Hyperion with a little bit of time could probably hack his way to disable it, or engineer check his way to disable it if you guys want to take.
We had the keys, right? I swallow the key.
Would you just see it?
Still see it. Yeah.
That looked cooler in my head.
You could take the key, and you would know that whoever wanted to take it
Yeah.
then would just have to hotwire it. So that's basically
that's all I'm
disabling
worried
it.
about.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys take a little bit of effort to try to hide yourselves, police uniforms, ducking in the back, that sort of thing. All I need is a halfway decent piloting check by whoever's driving the vehicle home to make sure you get there without running into any issues.
I got you.
Nice.
15.
15?
Yes.
Okay, it probably takes you a little bit longer than you had originally thought it would. You guys, took a straight shot last time, but there's like shit in the road, so you got to take some side streets. You guys don't really know what's going on. But with Nib's help, you're able to make it back to the apartment without any sort of an incident.
I will say we
So-
ditched the car a few blocks away
Okay. Yeah.
and then go to the apartment.
All right. So if you're gonna walk, I'm gonna need to take you to a map. No, I'm just kidding. So as you guys are driving, Nib is probably like explaining her situation. She's like, I'm so glad you guys came. I won't lie, I kind of mouthed off to one of the security guys, and that's when they took me, and it all really just went downhill from there. But I'm really just glad that they gave me my phone call. She goes, so you guys have information on the, what did you say, the deep portal? It crashed? What do you mean
Yes.
crashed?
There was some sort of a creature that came out of it. It was chasing a spaceship.
My God, a
We went
ship?
aboard
You went
and we
aboard the
fought
ship?
some people. Yes, we did. I'm
You
trying to
fought
talk
people?
about it.
My God, that's
Wait, I didn't say we
incredible.
fought anybody.
You just did. You said you got on the ship and fought some people.
Is this how you were talking to the officers? Is this why you got arrested?
I think so,
I know
yeah.
why they were restraining you.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably it. This is kind of part of my thing.
My God.
Okay, pieces are
Yes.
coming together.
We have information about the thing that fell. We need to
Okay.
get it to the
So
institute.
after the ship came through and the whale was chasing the ship and you fought the things on the ship and then the portal just fell?
There was some sort of an energy burst, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. All the people that can hear people in their heads were really complaining. Huh. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, absolutely. We need to get to the get this information to the institute ASAP. But I don't know if you've noticed, but the town is kind of gone to shit. So we probably need to fix
Yeah.
that first, if that's okay. But we'll talk about that with Therese
What?
when we get back.
Oh my God.
I don't know. You just seem like fixers. I figured I'd ask for your help, but we'll get to that in a second.
Fixers is the right term because we require money to fix things.
Well, we have money. Yeah, we'll give you a job and everything. You help us, we
Like a
help
9
you.
like a 9 to 5?
Whatever hours are you comfortable with.
Will I
Oh,
have
flexible
pennies?
hours.
What about a 10 to 7?
10 to...
Oh
Oh,
God.
what weird hours.
Our lunch. No, so
Dental?
she's kind of just talking to you guys. You're maybe explaining the situation that was going on as you travel back to the apartment that you were at earlier. When you get inside, Therese is freaking out. You know, maybe Nib is like the last one to walk in or something like that, and they immediately start bickering at each other, yelling back and forth. I can't believe you got yourself caught. It's like, well, I can't believe that you blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Yeah, they're yelling back and forth at each other. But Nib's like, well, you guys sure look like you've had a long day. Um, feel free to sleep wherever you slept last time. I'll take a spot wherever's left. I don't need a lot of space myself. But we can talk about the situation a little bit more in the morning if that works for you guys.
As long as you have coffee.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of coffee. So you guys are
Better
able
not be Folgers.
to take a full night's rest here if you'd like.
Sweet.
No,
Woo!
I don't think I will.
Just gonna stay up all night, just coffee.
Yeah.
The DCI. I keep reading the name of that. It's the Deep Cultures Institute she works for. So yeah, does anyone want to do anything before they go to sleep in the apartment? Anything like that before we get up the next morning?
Well,
I don't think so. Not for me, at least.
there is a coup going on outside, right? Like martial law and
Yeah.
all
It's
that.
still, yeah, it doesn't look like it's gotten any better. Potentially a little bit worse as you guys are driving home. There's still
Yeah,
chaos going
but
down. It's probably part of what helped you get back, is that there's just so much going on that no one's gonna think twice about a police cruiser driving around erratically to get back. So, but yeah, no, absolutely still a coup going on. It kind of sounds like Nib is aware of that, knows that that needs to stop before anything else can really happen here. So,
too bad.
so does anyone else want to do anything this evening?
I'm gonna play some games.
Yeah,
Random card games.
sure.
Anybody wants to join in that?
A couple brewskis and some card games before you hit the hay.
Just trying to
Hell yeah.
chill for a little bit.
Relax.
Have at
Does
least
anyone-
some normalcy.
Does anyone
take-
join Sidmore? Still
yeah.
Sidmore, right? For card games?
Yeah.
Ace will join in.
You have a
always
couple
down
too
for
many
some good-
brewskis.
Card games and some brewskis.
How?
Not,
think,
not getting too crazy, but one or two just to kind
Sure.
of take the edge off the day.
Hyperion sits down and he's like, Do you know solitaire? I can never win against the computer.
Mhm. Funny.
Did a
And he opens a beer and then just pours it directly through his hollow body.
Wow, I'm really feeling it.
Woo.
Never
It's
get
just like a
sick of that
USB that
part
you
of
plug
it.
in that just fucks your shit up a little bit, you know? It's
Yeah.
scrambles
Like,
some of the
oh,
code for a little
man.
bit.
Yeah, didn't they have a droid bar in one of the Star Wars shows recently?
Yeah.
There's like a bar that specifically sold stuff to droids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Book of Boba Fett, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so because
I
they were
think
trying to
it's
hunt down the malfunctioning droids.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. But
Yeah.
who do you think's the best at card games for all the people that decide to play? Does Sunny play? I guess I gotta ask two. We got two, three maybe.
Yeah, Sonny. That's usually how he
Of
gets
of
smoked
everybody
and
here,
soaked.
I can guarantee you Sidmore is the best.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can.
Okay.
I would
You're
believe
gonna
it.
you're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Now is okay. All right. So Sidmore's you guys learn a little bit about maybe Sidmore being good at good at some card games.
Yeah, you kind of learn a little bit more about who he is as a character if he's really really good at card games.
It's fair.
And a little hint hint.
Okay. So yeah, you guys play card games for a little while, maybe not too late, but late enough to take the edge off. Get some shut eye, wake up the next morning. Teresa's making breakfast again before Nib wakes up. They don't seem quite so angry at each other in the morning. Maybe things have calmed down a little bit. The house is very cramped, though, usually just for the size to fit one Yusoki. So you guys are definitely cramped in here at this point. But the next morning, maybe you guys are you're kind of finishing your story. Teresa's going over some of the details of what happened at the
Oh
deep
damn!
portal station.
I was gonna say if
Yeah.
it's like really early in the morning, Sidmore will wake up
Hmm.
and ask Nib, be like, "It's a little cramped in here. Do you have a shower? It smells like ass."
She goes, "Yeah, it's just down the hall on the left. Although you might have to be on your knees while you use it, if I'm being honest. But you're
It's
welcome to give it a
okay.
shot."
I will get down on my knees to take the shower. You just might have some fur left over.
Oh, that's no problem at all. Futuristic plumbing and whatnot, not really an issue. Lots of creatures with fur. So yeah, you do that. Everyone kind of starts waking up, getting around to it. You kind of wake up and Teresa's maybe talking to Nib about the situation that's going on. I mean, maybe some of you guys over here, um, Nib keeps bringing up that she thinks that this incident that's happened is further proof that deep cultures within the sun actually do exist, and she like tries to start showing you some of the proof that she has, stuff that she's been working on at the Deep Culture Institute, which their whole thing is trying to study deep cultures that they believe exist deeper within the sun, from because you guys are kind of like on the surface of the sun, but they're convinced that there's stuff deeper inside of the sun.
Like
um,
people?
yeah, like society,
Interesting.
like a culture, like whole culture. It's
Hmm.
mostly just like garbled signatures and that sort of thing. um but if someone wants to, like, when she's explaining the evidence, if someone wants to do like a life science or physical science check, I could potentially give you a little bit more here.
Oh yeah. Hold on it.
Okay.
Let's say that was for the life science. That's just a 12.
Okay. With the 12, yeah, you're not super familiar with what she's talking about necessarily, so you can't make heads or tails of the evidence that she's giving. Does anyone else have either of those two skills that they'd like to?
You said life
I
science or
do
physical
not.
science?
Uh-huh.
I am an adept at physical science. I was the science officer aboard the Edge Corp vessel that I once served on. Um, let's see. Physical science. I got a 28.
Okay.
Nice.
How about them apples? Natural
That's
19.
pretty good. Yeah, that's great. So
Nice.
you're listening to her, and you would know that all the evidence that she's providing isn't enough to say support like some sort of a publication in a conventional scientific journal all the evidence that she is giving just
Mm-hmm.
points to like there's like natural signals in space, and with giant plasma balls like the sun, there would be weird signals and sounds and that sort of stuff that you would hear. So everything that she's saying points to there not being like there's no concrete evidence that she has. So um, after they kind of talk about that for a little bit, everyone wakes up and
Whoa,
she's just
wait.
uh-huh.
I want to keep talking to her about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like everything, all of the evidence you've provided is merely circumstantial, or just evidence that the electromagnetic interference from such a close body of plasma exists.
And if you're, I
Why?
imagine you're sitting in,
More than that, what makes you want to believe that there is a civilization living inside of our sun?
and as you're saying that, I imagine you're like maybe sitting down at the table next to Therese, and she kind of like elbows you, like to stop it. And you kind of see
I'm
Nib's
sorry.
face go from like super
I'm not.
excited to confused. Like,
No,
what do you
no,
mean?
you misunderstand. I'm not trying to yuck your yum. I'm simply pushing you to greater and greater heights in your understanding of the universe.
But why wouldn't you want there to be other cultures that we're not aware of that we could study and learn from? That's what this is all about. Some people study the stars and the whole universe, but I know in my heart that there's further civilizations deeper in the sun. They're trying to get out, we're trying to get to them. That's what those signals are. And the portal falling into the sun proves that. You'll see.
I
If
believe
anything, if what came out of that portal is anything to say about what is on the other side, I don't think it should be out at all.
Well, I don't know about prevailing theory is that it's the fire plane on the other side of that portal, but we really had no way to ever prove that. But it sounds like with the ship that you guys all saw that that might be all the evidence that we need. But until we can get the hard numbers to the Deep Culture Institute, it's hard for me to say. But that does bring me to my next point here. I would love for you all to work with us. And she kind of like points to her like Therese. We would love if you would come work with the Deep Culture Institute and help me prove what's going on here. I think if we can get this data to the institute, that they would be able to use this, and I'm sure we could use you in more ways than one. We'd be happy to pay you too. What do you say? You have anything else
Ace
better
would
going
be
on? It's not like you
Ace would
guys were
be
prisoners
interested.
beforehand.
Ace would be interested.
Okay. Well, the Star Trooper, not Star Trooper, the
Hmm?
Clone Trooper looks like he's ready to go.
I
The
think
rest of
Star
you,
Trooper would
would you be
be.
willing to help? I guess
Star
it doesn't
Trooper is what they're
matter.
called in this universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. She goes, well, I guess it doesn't matter quite yet anyway, because there's no way to really get to the Institute yet with the whole martial law hostile takeover of Asana Town, if you haven't noticed yet. So she's like, that kind of brings us to the next point here. What would you say about freeing the city's politicians in order to help retake over the city and bring normalcy back so that we can continue to study deep cultures within the sun? And she kind of smiles real big afterwards. Like, what would you say?
Her best political smile.
Yeah.
I would say that our coffers would require a lot of coin to sway our minds.
Well, once we get to the Deep Cultures Institute, I'm sure they'd be willing to help pay you. I only have so much on me right now, with the whole takeover, but I'm certain that we could work
Oh,
something out.
I understand that. I just want you to understand too that if you're good at something, you don't do it for free.
I think Hyperion will like nod his head a little bit, and he's like, "I've experienced this before, or I've run into this issue before. You seem to operate more on faith than you do on logic. That is something that we can work with. Yes, I would like to help you accomplish your goal, but only if everyone here is in agreement."
Well, thank you, Mr. Robot. I didn't catch your name. What do they call you?
I am called Hyperion 11, but I have recently undergone a software upgrade. You can call me Hyperion 11.01.
Okay, Hyperion 11.01. Nice to meet you. I'm Nib. And this is Therese,
Welcome.
but I think you already know her.
I did not
Yes.
catch the.
Oh, nice to meet you, Therese.
I mean, it's most likely that Hyperion 11 met this individual, but since I am an entirely
your
new.
memory wipes every time you have any sort of an update.
No,
That's
no,
terrible.
I remember it. I have not met you in this current state.
Oh, okay. Well, that's terribly confusing. I've never
Don't
met
worry,
a hologram
this will
before.
come up a lot more times.
Oh,
This
good.
will come up over and over again.
Sure. Episode title: Hyperion 11.01. And what about you? Yeah, the furry guy.
We call him Mr. Big Penis.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I was testing out my humor sensors. They
11.01
appear to
is
need
broken.
recalibration.
Sidmore,
Maybe
is that
next
right?
time.
What do you say? I know you. As long as we can pay you, you'll be willing to help us out.
I will say that I am interested. That is for sure.
Okay.
But if what we find on the other side is not pleasant, I expect you to
really
do the
another
right
side.
thing.
I hear you, loud and clear, sir. And what about you, Dr. Tiger?
Doctor, please, no, you flatter.
Dr.
Uh,
Tiger.
Please, that's what my father. No, but it is a noble cause, I believe. We saw many ripped from their homes and babes crying at the teats of their mothers.
Oh,
Real tragic stuff. Real tragic. Anything we can do to cease such violence.
absolutely.
I say that is a
Well, thank
better
you.
cause.
I do live here, so I would love for it to not be so chaotic right now. And I don't know if you
The
haven't noticed, but
world
I'm
is
not
chaotic.
really one of the races they're okay with either, so it's only a matter of time before I get raided.
Racism shall come to us all one day or another.
I don't know if I like the way that sounds.
Man.
It's
But I think I know
inevitable.
what you were going for there. It will impact
Run
us.
from it.
Trust me, he's on our side.
Racism arrives all the same. Dread it. Run from it. All right,
Episode
Thanos.
title.
Yeah, dread it, run from it. And what about you, Helmet Boy?
I already said I was in.
Oh, well, perfect.
I was
All
the
right,
first
well,
one in.
You were the
And
first
that-
in line.
That's true. I just forgot because it's been so long.
You just
Well-
got back at the end of the order, man.
And what about you, Harry Fox man? I'm just kidding. Keep going back. Different nicknames every
what?
time. She goes, all right, well, I don't know a lot. But when I was being held in the checkpoint, I did hear them talking about how some of the political leaders, actually all the political leaders, had been taken captive at the Horizon House, which is over in Clearlight, which is across the bubble. But I think that bubble is open for business still. So all you guys got to do is cross over to Clearlight, go to the Horizon House, and free all of the political prisoners. And then they should be able to regain order in the city, and then we can go to the Deep Culture Institute and do what we got to do there. How's that sound?
Very
Sure.
logical. Good job.
Like it's gonna be an interesting day.
Yes, if
Absolutely.
anything, if yesterday was anything, this
Sure.
should be so much fun.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just
we
kind of a
still have
researcher
those
myself, so I
customs.
don't have a lot for you, but I'll be happy to try to answer any questions, or I can at least send you an infosphere link to try to help point you in the right direction, since that's still up.
That would at least be helpful
Right.
for a start.
Sure.
Yes, okay, so where are we going?
You're going to the Horizon House over in Clearlight. Let me pull up. I think I can pull up a map.
And
of
why
this
are we
time.
going there?
Well,
That's
that's
for the
where they're
political
holding all the
prisoners.
political leaders at.
We need to free mayor and
And we
city
have
council and all of them to
We have
So
get
it's
kill
order
number
them.
in.
7 on this map. So it's across the way. So you guys are kind of, you guys were just at 3, and now you're back over here, kind of in this area. I believe it was, the Bulwarks Plaza. Like, so you're over here now. You were here, and you need to go to here. You know that travel is locked down between all of the connectors, except for this one right now. And this is just all
Isn't that
information.
convenient?
Well, it's information that you overheard. You don't really know why, but it does seem like they're still allowing some sort of travel between this bubble and the clear light. So
Okay. All we have
We
to
are
do is
probably
first-
going to need a new ride if the vehicles that we stole from the police station won't fit.
Look, look, I
Yeah.
got it. All we gotta do is make up fake receipts and then have a bunch of boxes about the same shape as our characters, ship them to this house, this building, and then we open ourselves up in the basement of the building.
It's
We get
brilliant.
out.
you want to
come up with the
Trojan
best
Trojan
plan.
horse them?
We want to Trojan horse them through the mail system.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think Hyperion takes out a little notebook, and on the front of it, and you see Sidmore/Romdus's schemes, and he just starts writing.
He fiddles with the emotion regulator some more. What? Can I get this
Exactly.
on
And
him?
it's like it's not tight enough. It's not tight enough, or we need more batteries.
So there is that.
Yeah. So do you have any
There's that.
questions about the trip? She's happy to tell you whatever she can.
What's this gate look like? What's this passage between?
It's going to be about the same as the one that you came here on before. It's a little bit smaller, but you all should still be able to fit on it.
Do we know what is is if there's like you said that it's not shut down, but do we know it's like it's only it's shut down for everyone, but unless you're doing XYZ, like if
Yeah,
you're
so
if you work over here or anything like that.
Yeah, so someone give me a computers check too to kind of add some of the information that she's doing also with like the infosphere to see what people are maybe talking about on like space social media and that sort of stuff too to try to gain some information here.
Could be
Ooh.
me.
How about a Natch 20? What does that
Okay.
get you?
Nice.
That probably
On
gives you about
computers, it's
everything.
29.
Bunch of stuff.
So you guys know that. So you know where it is. You know where Asana and Clearlight are. You can see that the line that they're called they're line crawlers between the two bubbles are still running. It does look like there's a checkpoint there, like a place where guards are checking people. Like they're requesting that you like leave all private armaments at home. But you've noticed that like some of the last few posts are like teenagers joking around and stuff, but like, look what I got through. Like maybe they're kind of overwhelmed with the amount of people that are trying to get through. But you think that the reason that they're doing it is they need to keep the local economy running, and going between these two ports is like a major way that they're able to kind of like keep goods flowing between the cities. So most of the line crawler stations are shut down, but this one is still open.
So package delivery isn't out of the question.
It's not out of the question.
Not necessarily, no. Let's see what else I can give you. But yeah, you just know that
So
there's
you're
probably
saying there's a chance.
there's like a number of like Lashunta guards that'll be waiting there, that'll do kind of like cursory checks on people. So as long as you guys put forth a little bit of effort to try to hide any guns, weapons, swords, whatever you might have on you, or leave excess ones here, or whatever it may be, that you'll probably be fine. But you can't know that for sure until you get there necessarily. But there doesn't look like they're allowing civilians into the Horizon House right now. Like people aren't allowed to go like in it. So that could be a new challenge once you do get there.
So basically, we have to sneak across the border and then break into the house somehow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, more or less.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
That's good. Any other questions, Brenna, of things that you might be looking for on your search with the natural 20? I feel like I gave you the information that I had.
That's
But
probably
there might be
good.
some more there. Okay.
You said that like public officials were locked up in this house, right?
Yeah, so you know that Asana Town's rightful leaders have been like held in captivity there. And that's not
Okay.
the first time you've heard that. I don't know if you guys originally remember when you first
Mhm.
had the announcement come up on your phones, and then you did some diplomacy checks on the way in. You heard that it sounded like that they were gathering up political leaders and heading to Horizon House. So that's just kind
Okay.
of
Another
reaffirming that fact. Yeah.
another Sidmore scheme coming up now. What if? Here we go. Hear me
Okay.
out.
Sure. Ned is sitting there, and
One
Therese
of
is like
one,
just eating food. Okay, yeah. What do you want
one
to
of
do?
us,
Let's talk it through.
one of us, what
Sure.
one of us, dress up as a public official. Nothing too spot on, just enough to be a
Sure.
passing recognition. And
Sure.
then the other people with the cop outfits that we got last night, we use those and we try to escort them through, saying, "Look, this guy needs to be in that building."
I have a question. More or less of
Yeah,
a
go
question,
for
more
it.
of a statement. There's no real
Yes.
cops out right now. They kind of got taken over. So the police uniforms, I think you probably just got lucky before, but the police don't really run anything. So that might be a bad idea.
So no
Do
uniforms, but we still do the same thing.
Sure, sure, sure,
do
sure.
do you? And I'm talking to Nib here. Do you know any merchants that might be going over like into this area that we can pose as they that we work with them, we're carrying cargo for their shop or something like that, and we can,
Uh,
hide some weaponry under the cargo to smuggle it through.
sure, sure, sure. I hear you loud and clear. I don't, but there's a pretty large group of people hanging out from the front of it, from what I'm seeing online here. So you could probably find
To
someone
find
there
some
that'd be
people.
willing to talk to you or just try to go through and see how it goes. But yeah, I mostly stick to kind of a bookworm myself or a net worm or
I just didn't know
a
since
secluded individual.
if you happen to know, because we don't want to walk up to just anyone and be like, hey, can you help us
Oh,
smuggle
sure.
stuff through? So
I hear you. Loud and clear.
You
Yeah.
you've
Nope.
lived
Sorry.
here.
I
Imagine
can't
you would
help
know
you there.
somebody.
okay.
Nope. No use here. Sorry. I don't know anyone. I mostly leave.
No worries.
It
Not
doesn't
even a
show it on the map.
shopkeeper.
Well, I mean,
Someone
I
you
know
know.
some of them, but like as well as you know any of the cashiers of the shops that you go to, like they'd be like,
You
"Hey,
don't
I've
make any
seen you in
small
here
talk.
before." No, I'm not really one for
Mm.
small talk. Can't you tell?
Oh God, Jesus.
No, to be honest, you're a bit of a chatterbox.
Huh? Huh? Tress is always telling me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, actually, could I roll
Well, no,
something to
it's a
see if I
typical
know
abusive
about?
relationship.
Would I know about any like stories from smugglers and stuff, like from the pen that they just like brag about their old smuggling days, and maybe like I pick up a trick or something that I know about like
I would
moving
say
through an
like
area.
if you have, do you have a profession?
Yeah, I'm a professional criminal.
Yeah, I would say when you get to the closer, you could probably roll that to see if anything jumps out at you. Like you could roll that now, but it's a lot of deep
Yeah,
brainstorming. But like if you could
hard to
actually get there
spitball
and
right
like
now.
see the situation as it's unfolding, you might be able to come up with some sort of a trick or something to get through.
Yeah, it's a wisdom stat more than an intellect stat. So
Sure.
yeah, it makes sense. I would have to be in the moment.
Yep, that's totally why I did that.
Yeah, good job. Okay, I'll be good. I'll be useful later, guys. Sorry.
Okay. She's like, well, if you're gonna go, I'm gonna ask if it's okay if Nib and or if myself and Therese stay here. We're really not any good in combat. I think we just get in your way. But if you wouldn't mind just checking in regularly, just so we know if you died or not, that would be great.
Mm.
And if you don't check
I
in, we'll
can
assume you're
promise
dead, and we'll
anything.
just figure it out, I guess. Wait for all this to blow over one day, maybe, probably not. Please don't fail.
That is what happens with a TD kid.
They seem to be doing well though together. That reunion was good.
They were rougher last night, but after like a night of cooling off, they seem okay. They
We
still
had a
don't
good
seem
breakfast.
like they're like super keen on staying in the room together by themselves. Like they're not super looking forward to it, but like they're also not wanting to go into combat. So it's definitely the lesser of two evils there. So
I'm not gonna come back and they fucking right.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's the scene from MacGruber. It's like you guys finish a giant combat and then it jumps back. So off-putting the first time I saw that. Okay, any other questions before you guys do your thing?
I can't
not.
think of anything.
Okay.
No, not necessarily.
Yes, if you guys head out, you could try to find another vehicle, but with traveling back and forth as much as you guys have now, you kind of know how to navigate the streets to avoid some of the confrontation and that sort of things that go on. So as you kind of approach the line crawler to Clearlight, you can see that, like they mentioned earlier, the vehicle is smaller than the one from Dawn Shore, and that like each one that goes across seems to be like crammed full of people. Someone or all of you, whoever wants to, give me a perception check when you're just kind of like watching the scene unfold as people are going across.
11.
23.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So yeah, with the 17 and the 23, you guys see that it does
30,
look like
20.
there's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
30-20.
30-20. Okay. Yeah. So all three of you. So really, just not Hyperion. You guys notice that it looks like there's 3 Lashunta guards at the station wearing Sunrise Collective like armor that you guys have seen before. They look like they're just like exhausted, and they mostly just seem to be waving people through, kind of doing the cursory checks. It's kind of like that, the gif of the old man who's like doing the security check. And he
Yeah,
just like
yeah, I know
taps him 3
exactly what you're
times
talking
and
about.
sends people through. That's kind of what it looks like they're doing. And like I said, the vehicles that are going across on the line crawlers are like crammed filled with people. I assume what I just heard was that GIF, wasn't it? Yeah, this one. That's kind of what it
He's
looks
not
like.
trying hard at all.
There's just 3 people doing
He's
that.
not even touching them. He's not even touching
These guys look exhausted. But you hear people talking, like as they're kind of passing by. If you guys are kind of like standing like adjacent to the line, that the only reason they're keeping this open is just to keep local businesses going, and in turn keep like these troops comfortable. It doesn't look like the soldiers here are hassling very many people, like, in comparison to some of the other checkpoints that you've been to. But regardless, there are 3 guards there. So
regardless. I see what you did.
do you?
Cheeky son of a bitch.
What would you guys like to do here?
I don't know.
Could.
Is there a
Yeah,
nearby
that's what
box
we
going
could
across
do.
that I can try and climb into?
It doesn't look like anybody. I mean, there's like an occasional person that's carrying like a open top box with like some stuff coming out of it, or maybe some like spices or something like that, but or like some armor sets maybe, but nothing. No one's
There's
carrying
no
like
like
any carts
big.
of like a massive amounts of gear or anything like that. It's mostly just whatever you can carry. The cart, like the station crawlers that they're going across, I almost think of them as like slightly larger enclosed ski lifts. Like there's not a lot of space to carry a lot of stuff or like have a lot of stuff on there, and they're always cramming people full, so it doesn't look like they're like willing to give people the extra space to carry a bunch of carts, a bunch of goods or anything like that. So
Hmm.
any thoughts? You guys could just
I
try to
could
go across,
try.
or you could try to hide your stuff, or
We could
I could
try
I
to.
am a bomb.
I was about to say we could give Hyperion a bomb, and we could try to have him go across.
say no less, no more planning. You're above. Go for it. Just kidding.
Like,
My
oh
God, that's the second one today. Second one in the last 72 hours.
Yeah, I think we should go for the inverse. I think if we gone bomb, I think we should do the opposite of bomb, which is
He is
just
a bomb.
yes, yeah. Say that they are in fact the bomb, and flip it
bomb.
entirely. Yeah,
You
all
the
good
bomb.
vibes.
Literally, you have
And
a bomb
someone,
on
yeah, you
you.
guys could try to sweet talk them too.
I don't know if we
True.
just feel like, if we just act like we
I think
belong. I
we
feel like
can
that
sweet talk.
always
got it.
works.
We
He's
got
gotta
this.
go confident.
So
Let's just roll right through. Fuck it.
walk me through what kind of weapons you guys have and if you're trying to hide them, because that was something that you read and they talked about. Like you're supposed to leave your armaments at home, so you can't be walking in with just a rifle on your back or a sword on your hip or something. So do you guys have any way? Does anyone have any way to be hiding or concealing any sort of weapons?
I think what we have on
Or
us
putting
heavily
them-
depends on what we go through the loot and stuff from earlier.
Yeah,
true.
that's fair.
That is true.
I have
Talk
to
me
get my
through.
guns
Okay, let's think.
back from Ace.
Regardless of what you have, then are you guys doing anything or trying to utilize anything to hide the gear that you have?
We could have retrofitted the vehicle beforehand and like had stowaways like placed in good areas. I imagine.
So you're not
we-
driving your vehicle across.
Right.
Can't get your vehicle across.
And
so
that's
it's just like you guys could bring like.
And that's
yeah.
Mm.
Never mind.
that's kind of why I was mentioning if we could potentially, get in with some one of the merchants or something. We could potentially sneak our weapons in through
you see a guy
through the
with a
custom.
box or two that doesn't look like he's getting searched too much. So you could probably go find a box, just a cardboard box to put shit in potentially, if
Okay.
that's what you want to do, or like luggage or like some sort of container. Nothing too big. You can't have anything like wheels, like a giant cart
Right.
or like vehicle or something like that. But like I said, you see a couple people carrying like boxes of stuff across, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
'cause,
think.
like, if
Go ahead.
we were just going to, like, when we were going into a building, I was fine with like, well, I'm gonna take off my guns. I've got my spells, that will be okay. But if
Right.
we're gonna go do an entire mission, infiltrate, like we're gonna go try and rescue these guys, we're gonna try and like, there's no way we're going in without all of our weapons. So like, we have to bring
Yeah.
them with us.
Yeah.
There has to be some way that we can sneak them in.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
don't
so all
necessarily
that
care what we do per se,
you guys,
but like, we need to bring them with us.
whatever you guys decide will give you a bonus to like any sort of like bluff or diplomacy or like disguise checks that you might attempt to do to like talk to the guards when you cross, basically.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Anything we do will give us a bonus, is what he said.
Well,
Mm.
you got to choose something. That was what I meant.
Okay.
I'm thinking of hiding it in some form of like a box or
Okay.
something like that. That's what I'm
Sure.
that's my thought.
I don't know if anybody's got a backpack or anything like that, or any sort of item in their inventory that they could put
I'd
stuff into
say-
either.
I do have a backpack on me.
Okay. Do you have a bunch of weapons or anything like that that you would think wouldn't fit in your backpack?
I think the only thing that probably wouldn't would be the Dashko.
Okay. So you probably
Do
want to get
they-
a box or something for a Dashko?
Yeah, so you know how in Terminator 2, whenever he had his shotgun masked in the flower box, and then he opened up the flower box and he had a shotgun in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to do that. Don't
Okay.
mind me, this is just my flower box.
So we've got a shotgun box and another box to fit some weapons in. Is everyone doing boxes? Does anyone have enough small stuff that they just keep it in a backpack?
Yeah, no, I have
at
a-
one
I
point
have
all
a-
your stuff could fit in a cache, right, Hyperion? But I was wrong. You do just have to carry a lot of it as like normal stuff too.
I think I have a backpack and some normal things. My sniper rifle is gonna have to go somewhere else if I take it with me, but like we have handguns too.
Yeah, you guys could.
Yeah,
I would
really
say that
need
maybe
to
you were
know-
thinking about this beforehand. So if you didn't think you were going to be able to take something, you could have left it at the house too. So it's not like you're going to lose stuff
Yeah,
if you
I
decide that
think
you
we're
don't
probably
want to
gonna have
take
to
it.
talk about what we looted and what we want to bring with us
Sure.
in
Yeah.
between
So
sessions.
we can call it here. We're a little bit past 10 now, so we'll go ahead and just call the episode here. But when we come back next week, we will attempt to get across the Clear Light rail system, and go check out the Horizon House. But yeah,
Woo!
we'll do that next time. All right, thanks for hanging out.
I
stream.
didn't think we were making it out of that fucking.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, there's